Hello and welcome to today's episode of Allshorts. Oh dear. Well, I think I might have been a little bit of a naughty boy today. I swore. Some people thought it was okay. Some people said, well, I'm not listening to this old trope anymore. No, I'm off. I think they were monarchists. Ooh. Again, everyone to their own, you could say. But I don't want to talk about necessarily what went on today, the charade. What the hell was all that about? And you got a glimpse of it and I ran away. Well, I turned it off. Couldn't watch that rubbish. What a load. Oh, what was it all about? Don't get it. No, it was bizarre. Got a numpty. Go around that fucking crowd. Look, it's going to fall off. What about the police, though? I think we're heading for a police state, to be honest. Or are we already in one? It looks like it, if you ask me. So much for peaceful protest. So let's talk about the police. Oh, lovely. Shall we? Specifically, the police and the way they're behaving since, well, something was, well, it got royal assent, didn't it? That protest bill. Let's talk about how, under this Tory government, and Suella Braverman, the police have become nothing more than a bunch of tyrannical enforcers, turning England into a police state. Well, anyway, before we continue, let's see who's here. Let's get that chat. Let's pop that chat out. Oh, wasn't it exciting? Oh, seeing him down there in a little carriage. A little gold carriage. It's thrown. And you have a funny hat on. A bit like me. Oh, hello there, everybody. Oh, we've got 30 people there already. Blimey. And you got nothing better to do. Anyway, who we got? Who's here today so far? Hello, Jaspers. Oh, the poop has hit the fan. Worldwide it has. Oh, well, I was talking to my neighbour today. She popped in, Mrs. disappears and Violet turns up. With a pillbox. Because, not pillbox, as in a pillbox. Yeah, because, she put up a good idea for me, that pillbox. And you got one pill take a day, but she thinks I need a pillbox for that. But there you go, so they. Well, anyway, she has had a glimpse of the coronation. In fact, it's swamping our broadcasts here in France as well. Poor French. Oh, God's sake, what do they think? Well, I know what she thought. What the hell was all that about? And she said to me, that crown. Well, she called it a hat. That hat, Cass, on his head. She said, all those jewels and all those starving people. So then I told her about the fact there's, well, in London, 1 in 23 children are actually homeless. And approximately 1 person in every 6 minutes dies from starvation. Cheerful stuff and all that, you know. She thought it was complete that madness. And she says, who's paying for it? The taxpayer. I tell her. Yep. Well, hello, Mad Monk 33. And P. Dallas. Oh, I've got some spanners. I've got a couple of spanners here. and good evening to you too, my friend. It's a Saturday night one day. It's a bit of a well, I've been doing a few random ones recently, and just see how it goes, you know. Ready for takeoff. Look at the left screen to see if you're on air. Yes, I'm on air. Thank you for that reminder. I don't want to be talking to myself for 24 minutes yet. Again, it's a sign of madness, as it is. Oh, Gingers. Hello, Gingers. Hope you're well. What do you think of all what's going on? It's just nuts. Nuts. It's the biggest waste of money that could be better spent. Jaspers. Hello, Marx is making a cut. Actually, you're right, I was. It's my Wrigley infusion, which is basically it's a licorice infusion. Yeah, infusion with mint, licorice and mint. Got a bit of a taste for it now, I have, yeah. Nick Young, evening all. Evening to you too, and Orc Bish, and Daddy Blase. Good evening to you, my friend. I hope you're well. And Ben Riddings, evening everyone. Even and all. That's the police go, isn't it? Even and all. Do a funny, sort of squat. Let the knees go out. That's what you're doing, it? No? Okay. Not these days. They just lock you up and throw you in the back of a paddy wagon, but I don't think I'm allowed to say that anymore. I know I said this last time, didn't I? I got criticised. I got told off for saying paddy wagon because it's considered potentially racist. Yeah, some people think it isn't. I don't know where I stand on that stuff, to be honest. I'm not clever enough to work it all out, to be honest. Anyway, check you're at. Even and all. Floorskins, he's coronating his chicken. On the coronation chicken. No, that's banned in my house now. Yeah, after the coronation. No more coronation chicken. No. I hope the sound is okay. Apart from the voice, obviously, I can't do much about that. Hello, number 3. Hello, everybody. I haven't managed to get a chance to respond to you yet. I've been so busy. Yeah, very, very busy, but I will do. And only one leads. Hi, Marcus, and everyone, and Lefty Boat. Hello there. Don't rock the boat, Lefty Boat. Don't do it. Don't do it. Have you checked your plates? Yeah? You got no corrosion in your hull? Hope not. What about the animals, says a number 3. Well, we'll get into that in a moment. Don't worry, I'm not going to be showing any pictures of animal testing or anything silly like... Well, not silly, but anything like that. But it's to do with the... to do with Brexit, basically. And it's... I've made videos about this before, and it's kicking off now. Not nice. No. But I will get into that in a moment. But at the moment, I want to talk about this tyranny. A police state, you could say. What a state? I'm scrolling down. Oh, cheers, number 3. And David! Hello, gummy bear! Oh, dear. Guess what? Graham Hughes will get jealous, he will. He'll get jealous. No? Okay. Hello there, my friend. Hope you're well. Okay. Well, I'm just saying, didn't watch it. I watched the clips. Yeah, I shouldn't. What on earth is going on with people? I just don't get it. Well, I do get it. I understand people want party and stuff like that. Just to be fair, I get that, and there's something to celebrate, and things are pretty shit and what have you. I understand that, but you're celebrating the thing that's actually making it worse. Everything worse. And allowing the police to have so much control is making it even worse. Because without public peaceful protest, we're going to be heading some very dark times. Nothing in our favour will get done. No. They'll just be in the favour of the Tories so they can feather their own nests and screw us even more. Alan White, 100 million to 200 million to have an old hat on your head for 10 minutes or so. Yeah, well, there's 150 million just for the security alone. That's enough money to fund the Trussell's Trusts. Food banks. Uplifting food banks. Oh my god, yeah. Do you know what I forgot? Oh my god. What have I done? I forgot something. I haven't done something I should have done. Yeah, we're talking about Trussell's Trust food banks. Not any old food banks, they happen to be.
I think it's rather uplifting.
Uplifting food banks. Yeah, that's what I had to do. Just turn sound effects on. Yeah, anyway. There you go. Well, at least, Liz Truss was right. Yeah. Not about,
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork
remember
markets.
that? Oh, they were the days. It was 46 days as Prime Minister. Weren't we lucky? The economy, it done wonders, didn't it? Did wonders. Corsical Dine is an extremely clever man. Not, obviously. Oh, Black Mariah, yes. Oh, Black Mariah. Check me in there. That's it. That's what they do. That's what they do now. Hi, Marcus Graham is my top number 1 hero. No substitute for him. Yeah, David, you live with him for 6 weeks on a flippin' island, you might change your mind. Isn't Trussell closing down? What? Well, Trussell Trust is closing down? What, the food banks? Oh, wait, has anyone seen Theresa Coffey's rather interesting outfit today? No, being you just said that, I'm just going to have to do a search. It's Treese. Treese, and it's not Treese. It's Treese Kofi. There must be. What was her outfit? What'd she go as? A bell tent or something? I don't know. What was the other one? Morden Short, whatever her name is. Morden. Was she the one with the sword? What's that all about? She's. I thought she was going to do. Like King Arthur's sword. Did you pull it out of a rock? Oh! What? The Rock of Scone? Or was it the Rock of Destiny? I can't remember now. It's too complicated, all this stuff and that funny orb thing. Well, a friend of ours is going on about orbs. She's got spirits and stuff. She said, orbs? Maybe that's what she's talking about. Maybe. Penny Mordaunt, yeah. Didn't she have like a sword? What's that about? Anyway, it's just the world's gone mad. It's bonkers. It's absolutely flipping bonkers. Images. Okay, it was her outfit. Hasn't come up yet. No, I would be better off actually looking on Twitter, really, wouldn't I? Because that's Let me just call the images. I won't be on there yet. I don't think. Oh my god, is that it? Oh my god, no, she's got a carafe thing, whatever you call it. I don't know, like a scarf of something bizarre. Well, let me just show you. That might be a better idea. Let's do that. I can do that. Dong. There she is. Oh, ain't me lucky. Oh, I agree. Logged into that. Oh my Gideon, why have they got so many flipping ads? I don't want all the ads. Okay, that's whoever that is. I want Therese Kofi. No, I don't want that. You can get, Penny Mordaunt. What's Macron got to do with that? What the hell is that? She looks like an air hostess with weird kind of wheat on her shoulders. I don't know what that's all about. Is she an air hostess or is she some kind of like I don't know. What's that all about? Do you know what? She could have been the Prime Minister. There's a possibility, you know. Alright, okay. Who's next? Oh, Charlotte, I'm not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. I want Therese Kofi. She's there somewhere. No. Oh my god. No. Is it me or is that Strathberty? She's a little bit Barbie-ish there, isn't she? The way she's standing. She's got she's got opposable limbs. She could, like jointed limbs and what have you. I don't know what's going on there. What about him and all? What's going on? Oh, at least his trousers are meeting his shoes. I suppose that's a bonus. Oh my god! What on earth is going on there? That hat! That ensemble! I'm no fashion guru, as you can probably tell. Crikey. And that scarf. Really? Oh dear. Oh. Joanna Lumley. I don't even know, but Joanna Lumley, she actually did campaign for oh crikey. The Gurkhas, because they weren't allowed any residents in the UK, and her father, I believe, he fought with them, fought with the Gurkhas, and they, she really campaigned. It worked. She got there in the end. So fair dues to her. Although she's the one who wrote to Boris Johnson telling him it'd be a nice idea to have a garden bridge. What happened to that? 44 million quid later, and there's nothing there. What's going on here? All right, I just got to look at this dress. Oh my god! What the? Who the hell are you? What? Queen of Malaysia wore a gold embroidered dress, regal style. What the? Really? Oh god, this is just. Oh my god, yeah, it's got the curtains. That's. Sorry, Daddy Blase, but that's got to be the funniest. So, but she got like little Is there little... Hang on. Is there wings on her ankles? She'll start flying in a minute. Oh, there. The world has gone completely, utterly bonkers. Cheers for that, Daddy Blase. That was a tickle, I must say. Oh, where's my chat? Back, have a chat back up before I carry on. That's just nuts, isn't it? It's just bonkers. The whole thing is absolutely bonkers. No, I've uploaded a few videos today, and I got a bit ranty, I must admit. And I did swear in one of them as well, which I must admit was a little bit naughty. But I did. I don't normally swear. I said the F word right at the end. And I didn't. Well, I did get demonetized on that one, but that's about it. So I'm too bad. Marcus, oh boy, that woman took Tim Curry in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah. Oh God. Is that a Star Wars character? You talk about Mordaunt? Yeah, probably. Oh no, you talk about the other one, the gold dress, Queen of Malaysia. That is very Star Warsy. Yeah, I can imagine her sitting down beside Jabba the Hutt. Or was it? No, Kofi the Hutt. Probably. It's just the whole thing's just bonkers. I just can't comprehend how ridiculous it all is. And it's really only valuable to those with money. Yeah, to take proper part, yeah. A rotten mutant strawberry. Are you talking about Teresa Kofi? Teresa Kofi. Look, keep going to Teresa Kofi, but it's Teresa Kofi. With the little thingies on the top. I can't remember what they're called now. Oh boy. She's Benny Hill. Yeah. Oh, adoration of the masses, And his trousers weren't shrunk. Well, no, they weren't. They were meeting his shoes. They actually met his shoes. You couldn't see his socks. But what happens when he sits down? They probably got up to his ankles. Over his ankles. Well, Jon Snow of Channel 4 News. He was known for his socks. And showing his socks. But he could pull it off, though, could he? He had a bit of an ensemble going on there. It's quite a cool dude, really. Well, he still is. Oh, an Indian Barbie. That's what she is. Little Barbie doll. I'm sure she's a very nice person in that, apart from the fact that she's ripping off the country. I'm not so keen on that idea. I think that's, it's a bit rich of her, really, isn't it? Always on. So it looks like a Mardi Gras there, doesn't it? Oh my God, look at that hat! An airplane can land there. Good day. A sack of blue lard, yes. Penny Mordaunt. Yeah, there you go. It's kind of, what is it? Oh, crikey. Crikey, what was it called? Oh, crikey. One with a flying owl. Old film with a flying owl. Oh, God. I can't remember what it's called. It's a film with a golden flying owl. Argonauts. Jason and the Argonauts. That's it. That's where she's from. What the hell she's thinking? She thought that was a good idea, yeah. Do you know what? You can't beat a good little Chanel. The dress. It's an all-rounder, that one. I wear one, but only on Fridays. That's a sight, yeah, it's oversized. It's, yeah. Oh, there. Vendetta, so did I. We're going. Absolutely Vendetta. Vendetta, what's Vendetta say? Come on, come back. Let's scroll up. Bum. Daddy Blase is just up his grot bags. Yeah, it's just unreal. The whole thing is absolutely bonkers. But then there is the police. And they've got our hand. They're actually, to be fair, they're just doing what they're told to do now. And what they're told to do is, been told by this government and has been voted through, and now it's got royal assent. The king voted for this as well, really. He accepted it, really. So this is what I don't understand. What's the blinking point of the monarchy? When they get this royal assent, they can't even oppose it. Or they daren't. The Queen was lied to by Jacob Rees-Mogg and his ilk, and nothing happened. Oh, so upset about it. Oh, nothing happened. Well, quite frankly, it is turning into a police state. I mean, seriously? Have you seen some of the things that the police have done or doing lately. Arresting people on peaceful protests. I'll show you some little clips in a minute. Using excessive force against, well, they're innocent civilians. But no, not anymore. Peaceful protest is no more. You're guilty before you're proven innocent. And what else are they doing there? They keep spying on us as well. Well, we know the sun definitely is. According to Hugh Grant, anyway. They broke into his home as well, apparently. Well, they're spying on law-abiding citizens, and quite frankly, it's all rather insane now. And don't get me started on that new police crime and sentencing courts bill. That, like I say, just got royal assent. I think it was last Tuesday, wasn't it? Under this bill, the police will now have even more power to restrict peaceful protests and clamp down on dissent before it even happens. If only should be walking down the street, and if they, well, are thinking about the protest, we're going to arrest you, and that's what they were doing today. It's a recipe of tyranny and oppression, quite frankly, and it's all been done under the guise of law and order. Just like making the migrants illegals before they've actually done anything wrong, or being convicted of doing anything wrong. Well, but here's the thing. The police are not above the law. No. The problem is, this flipping government keeps changing it. And then it gets royal assent. They're supposed to serve and protect citizens, not trample on their rights and freedoms. And yet, under the Tory government, that Braverman woman, before this bad Priti Patel, out of the frying pan into the fire. Well, they seem to have forgotten that, though, don't they? They don't really understand what their job actually is. It's either that they know what their job is, but they're enjoying the power. Just like stop and search. Well, the police are supposed to be impartial and accountable. But not anymore. But how can they, be when they're being given this carte blanche to do whatever they flippin' want without any oversight or accountability? And it's a recipe for abuse. Of power. And, well, quite frankly, leads to more corruption. Now, this isn't the only bill of late that's undermined law and order. The Environment Bill pretty much did the same. They say, we're now going to fine the unlimited fines for water companies. But all it means is that they've just got to make an effort. They've got to show an effort. There's the levels are just that they've got. The levels they've got to prove are so flippin' high. They've still got carte blanche to do what they like, and the timescale is ridiculous. So, and then we've got EU REACH and UKCA and animal rights testing on animals. It appears that that already started because of Brexit. And let's not forget about racism and discrimination within the police force. Metropolitan Police have already been, labelled as institutionally racist. It's no secret that the police have a long history of targeting minority communities and treating them as second-class citizens. And under the current government, it seems like that's only getting worse. Now we need to hold the police accountable for their actions. We need to demand transparency. Oversight might be a good start. And reform, and not in the form of Reform UK Party with Richard Tice, or was it Lice? That the hell? No. And that Alex woman. Crazy. They're a lunatic bunch, they are. No, just, they need to reform it. It's not going to happen, though. No, it's not going to happen. I doubt it'll even happen under Labour. Now, I hope if Labour gets in, they'll, repeal this latest bill that's just got royal assent and take it out of out of law. Or at the very least, rewrite it so it's not so tyrannical. Now, if we don't, we'll be living in a police state. I think we are now, to be honest. After what I've seen today. Now, there are rights and freedoms, our rights and freedoms, that we're taking for granted. So we haven't actually really, done what's needed to protect them. We didn't need to, I suppose. But they're becoming, no more than a distant memory, really. And racists, they use their freedom of speech, don't they? Well, as a way just so they can actually spout whatever they want to do. Whatever they want, God, racism. But if you hold up a placard with the words on, just a placard, well, you get arrested. That'll be Steve Bray next. Stop Brexit! I think we're in a really dark place now. I really do. And it isn't going to get better anytime soon. And all this will do is push people away from the country, including tourism. Because word gets out in this, social media, etc., Twitter, it gets out everywhere. And people don't want to go there. I pretty much said the same about Italy. I don't want to go to Italy anymore, not now. Not for, Giorgio Meloni there. I don't think I want to go to Hungary now either. No. What's going on over there? Sometimes you just don't feel safe, or you just don't want to take the risk. I think I'll stay here in France. But just keep away from the protests, because I keep setting light to stuff. Oh, dear. Lap dancer? What lap dance? Oh, what? Scroll down. Are you talking about Therese Kofi? Who would like a lap dance from Therese Kofi? No, okay, don't answer that. Danny Balze, the best analogy to describe Kofi's outfit I heard was that she fell into a skip around the back of Oxfam. Oh, dear. Must be the new Ukrainian ambassador. Yellow wheat on blue. Yeah. As long as you don't hold up a Ukrainian flag behind a Russian ambassador, he might get a bit angry. Like he did the other day. Rotten boot and strawberry. Anyway, don't forget to beep the old like button. My button's not working again. Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh, there you go. Taking a bit of time to catch up, it was. Helps the channel, Yeah, just. Oh, the adoration of the masses. Scroll down. Oh, it just jumped. You don't know how dark. This is the tip of the iceberg. You're 100% right, number 3. That is the tip of the iceberg. Hopefully, the Tories are not going to be here much longer. My giddy aunt, look what happened on Thursday. What was it about? I can't remember exactly top of my head. Wasn't it about 1,039 or 40 odd seats lost by the Tories? And do what I really liked. What I got a bit chuffed about was the fact that the Greens, the Green Party, gained quite a bit. We need the balance, you see. We need the balance. The problem is that we've had too many Tories for too long, and there is no balance, and they've got too much control, and they've got carte blanche, do whatever they like, and where does it leave the people? Ends up the people will end up in a tyranny. Now, regarding the Green Party, my feeling is, I have to admit, some candidates in the Green Party are a little bit too I said this before, a little bit too tree-huggy for me. We need more Caroline Lucases and people like her. That's what we need. And that Baroness woman, I can't remember her name now. I think she was Australian or something, isn't she? Anyway, yeah, just more level-headed, normal people. You really just want to do right by fellow man and woman, and the kids, and let people get on and make the best of their lives and not actually feel that they're, been treated like muck, basically. Or ripped off. Who's Obadiah Thomas has said, I just ate my... What? Duck. With mixed vegetables. Oh, I bet it was. Oh, was it Chinese duck? Was it crispy duck? Bombay duck? Oh, that's an Indian dish, but there you go. Yes, please, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell icon and you'll get that warm, fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. Mad Monk has just said. Oh, there. Good evening, peeps. Good evening to you as well. Tories don't get tased. Wow. What a day. That's just... What a week. Oh, it was great to see, though. I have to admit. I was thinking about going live, actually, but I was so tired that day. And other people were covering it, so it might have been a bit pointless, really. And also, it was... Friday, not Thursday, I mean Friday. When the results start coming in. But then obviously it was Max's stream and stuff. I suppose I could have done it during the day, but... Eating a Donald. That is what Mickey said in the morning. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh dear. Like Bill and Ben the Flowerbot Men, they went to bed together. Bill said to Ben, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to repeat. I'm not going to finish that one off. That's a bit rude. Okay. Lap dance. Hello, Mellow. Lap dance. Last lap dance she had was holding the piglets next to Pork Market Liz Truss. Pork markets. Well, I think that is.
That is a disgrace.
Well, going back to the... Oh, Mr. Scotch Pie, thank you very much. You're most kind, you are. You're most kind.
So, you have accepted the truth.
Thank you. Well, talking about pork markets and Cox's orange, Pippin apples and stuff like that. Somebody had something to say a while back. I don't even remember. Well, she said it more than once. She was in Lib Dems once. I know what I'm talking about. Regarding the monarchy.
I'm not against any of them personally. I'm against the idea that people can be born to rule. That people, because of the family they're born into, should be able to be the head of state of our country. I think that's disgraceful.
Oh. It wasn't the first time she said it either. Do we know what she's really thinking? Because she said it again.
I'm not against any of them.
Oh, not that one. That one.
I was being interviewed by Newsnight earlier this afternoon. And we were filmed asking members of the public
what they're lapping it up they are. They're lapping it up.
We came across a group of 3 people. I'd say they were around 50, 60.
How the Lib Dems feel about the monarchy.
Fairly middle class, rather smart, in fact rather reactionary to be perfectly frank. We asked them their opinion of the monarchy.
Yes, Dooster.
Do you know what they said? They said, abolish them. We've had enough.
Well, there you go. She didn't like the monarchy, did she? She wanted it disbanded, broken down. Not a sack 'em all. Make 'em open houses. Good for tourism and that, you know. Oh dear. Oh, Vendetta says, before they started dumping into the water, I was dreaming of living on the coast, preferably somewhere warm. Applied for a job in Cornwall. Didn't get it. Nah, not now. And not here, though. I know it's got a bit bad, isn't it? There isn't any... I think there's, what, is it about 5% or something in Australia? There's no safe bathing waters in the UK now. Now, when the UK was in the EU conducted, as a part of it, obviously, as a part of an organisation, because obviously we were in the EU once, remember that? And they used to do regular water tests and do tests of the sea and all that sort of stuff. You know, so it gets, Class A, Class B waters, and obviously regardless of the fishing waters as well. You know, live bivalve mollusks, you don't want to be eating them anymore. No. Especially about depurification. You know, like a colonic for a mussel. You know, the mussel, the little fish, shellfish mussel. Horrible girl, that she is, Mellow. She's foul, if you're talking about Liz Truss. She wrecked our economy. It was already bugged. She made it worse. Oh, Tim Bannon, Coronation Oath Act in 1688. Who pledged allegiance? I did earlier today in a video. Yeah. I swore to the king, I did. Yeah. I got told off. Yeah, in the comments. Some person said, well, that's it, I've had enough of you now. He buggered off. He unsubscribed. You can't please everybody, can you? No point trying. That's what I've learned. Sabine Nadal, hello there. The Tory voice, Shirley Anderson, says anti-monarchists should, well, leave the UK. I heard that too. The problem is they can't because of Brexit. Well, you got 90 days in 180. And call it a cooling off if you like. I left. In good time, and I'm glad that I did. And I'll do it again, but I don't need to, because I'm already here. Why would I? It's nice here. Property's cheap. Feels about the same. I think it's a little bit cheaper, actually. Food's expensive, I must admit, at the moment. Food inflation is quite serious here. But inflation is low in comparison to the UK. I think it's about 6 or 7% at the moment, something like that. Instead of in double digits. And in the UK, well, very soon they're going to be putting up interest rates again. But we should see inflation start coming down quite rapidly, actually. That I do believe. Liverpool fans booed a national anthem to mark King Charles's coronation before their game. Wow. Mad Monk 33. Were you at the protest, the march? Were you at the march? Mad Monk 33? Maybe. Maybe not. Right, there we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, it's all gone bonkers, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you what, though. I don't know what war he was in, but God, he's got a lot of medals, didn't he? Yeah, look at those medals. I think the only one deserving, well, it's Harry. I suppose he's deserving to have medals. Even the nonce, Prince Andrew, is deserving to have medals. But why has he got medals? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? I don't understand why he's got medals. No. Well, talking about and being chucked in the bag of police vans, these protesters. I don't know if you've seen these two clips. Well, we'll start with this one.
Of the big Not My King protest. And the very first thing that the police does is arrest the protesters. There's Graham from the Republic campaign. The police said they will not be interfering with the protest, but clearly something different is happening. So let's see what happens. Of the
well, this is what happens.
In a democracy, we shouldn't be arresting people for peaceful protest.
I'm not going to get into a conversation about that, okay? They're under arrest, end of. Okay? Thank you.
So excuse me,
I'm not here to interview, okay? Thank you.
why are these people being arrested for protesting in a democracy?
The arrogance. He's just sitting there. They hadn't done anything. They're standing there. It's like preemptive. Well, all these people, they got
Arresting people for peaceful protest.
I'm not going to get into a conversation about that, okay? They're under arrest.
they all got rounded up, and they end up in the police station. So the idea now is basically they're going to gather them all up and get them out and take them out of the way. Oh, look at him! He needs a good old slap, doesn't he? But anyway, so did I say it loud? Yes, I did. Well, is that inciting violence to a police officer? Maybe. But if well, what they're doing is they're gathering them all up before they can actually do anything. So they're guilty before they've done anything. That just isn't right. And There you go. Off they go. There we go. What was that? Oh, that's the wrong one. Bum 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 bum. Oh God, that's ridiculous. And then we got that. Oh, what on earth is going? I just don't get it. Why has she got a big sword? Off with his head! God's sake. And then why did she get that job to carry the sword? I suppose she's commons leader, isn't she? Oh, that might be why. But she's got a big sword. I bet she's proud of a big sword. The world's gone absolutely bonkers. It really has. That one there, and that one there. What's time? Oh God, time's pressing on. Doing it again, and I'm running over again. And I don't seem to have the other clip. That seems to have disappeared. Right. It's not that one. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Oh, I'm on the wrong list. I've got the links to Twitter thingies. Oh, there we go. Right. Now, Mad Monk 33. Were you there? I was looking. I couldn't see you. Alright? Because there was a march. There was a march, for independence of, leave the Union,
So,
Scotland.
you have accepted the truth.
How's the care? Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much. You're most kind. They're leaving they won't leave the UK, They don't want to be a part of it anymore. Don't blame them either. They're treated like monk. Scotlanders. Put my worms out in a minute. The Chancellor. Is that where it's on? Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry. There we go. Did I just see a Welsh flag as well? Because it's not just Scotland. Is that the red line? Not my king, they're chanting. And thousands of Scottish independence supporters marched through Glasgow city centre. But you didn't get arrested. Were you there, Mad Monk? Were you there? There's Mad Monk. Oh, you already said you have. I didn't say it, sorry. I was too busy jabbering. It's quite hard to look at all the chatting at the same time. Okay. Good on you. That's what I say. Oh, he was there. Mad Monk was there. I couldn't see you though, mate. Are you fibbing? Did you get any video? Any video clips? Boo the police! I would, yeah, definitely. What, nipples? Nipples? Are they allowed? What? Nipples? We say nipples. Yes, Marks, I was there, and it was around 10 to 20,000 at it. Well, that's quite a few people. Can't be bad. Was it a peaceful protest? Was it fisticuffs and that, No? Mark's biggest fan, hello, were you there? Oh no, I managed to stay away from TV and news all day. So did I. Until now, I only just checked out when I was going to do this stream. I didn't want to know about it. I just wanted to shut myself off from apart and make my own videos about not my king. Yeah, and I swore allegiance to the king. Sorry, that's what you got to do, So much for human rights. So human rights have gone to the wall, and so have animal rights as well. And animals have no feelings apparently. Even though laws were passed to say that they had, but now they've gone back on that one. Just so they can stick needles in them. Because of Brexit. Oh no, I managed to stay away from TV all day. Machetes for gangsters. I like freaking blondes, but this one's a little bit too much. As in, you're talking about Liz Truss. She's a bit much. I did hear that the old penny has been raising a few flagpoles today, though. Oh, really? She got the job so that she can feel important for once in her life. Probably, what with the sword. Yeah, it's got to carry the sword. Alistair Kerr says, cheers for that, cheers for that. I'm coming worms out. I'm all tongue-tied. Cheers for that, buddy. Just tweeted you a picture of viewing the Coronation in Edinburgh. Keep up the excellent informative quality content, Marcus. I don't know about quality. I got a tweet apparently, so I better just check that out. Is it a notification or a message? A notification, I reckon. Really? I've got to show you this. Oh, look at that attendance. Yeah, the monarchy has a lot of support in Edinburgh, in Scotland. Wouldn't you say? I think everybody was too busy on that march. Oh dear. I wouldn't have such a problem with the monarchy if it wasn't the fact that taxpayers are paying for it. That's just rubbing our faces in it. It really is. Oh, cheers for that, buddy. I was Indie Truck Davey, cameraman. Oh, were you? Oh, cool. Alistair Kerr, seen my handiwork. Cool. Where can I see it? Where is it? Oh, Mark's biggest fan says, I swore allegiance to the king and the prince. Sadly, they're both dead. Their music lives on, though. Oh, yes. Oh, God, I love the prince. I've got loads of his albums. Oh, not up there at the minute. On the show? Nope, not at the moment. But I do. Amazing guitarist. Brilliant, brilliant guitarist. Very sad loss. And Mark's biggest fan. Oh, thank you very much. You know what I'm talking about. I really do appreciate that. Because that kind of support really, 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 really helps. It really, really does. Thank you. And sadly, do you know what? All the brilliant artists seem to be disappearing, don't they? They keep pegging it. What have we got now? I can't think of any. Because I don't follow any modern music at all. Unless it's more... Where you going, Wally? Just walked out the door, he did. Door's open. Oh, flies are going to come in. Mad Mag, it was excellent work, mate, says Alistair. Oh, I didn't say it's how can I tell. Makes shipping and rearing animals different. Makes shipping and rearing animals different. Questionable obscenity. Hello there. I must celebrate this calling dial by your own booze. I didn't partygate, thank God. I don't understand what that means. Long live Harry, King of the North. Penny and her sword were there to uplift the old Tories. I wish they would chop off their heads, stick up their... Maybe. Oh, yeah, the vendetta. Same prince twice. Cool, lucky bugger. Hi all. I'm celebrating the election results. I don't blame you, gosh, because they were amazing. Absolutely amazing. I had to see Angela Ledson. She was so uncomfortable. She didn't say, but she said it was very complicated and we shouldn't read too much into it. You lost. Get over it. That's what I say. Over 1,000 seats lost, and that was predicted. Oh well, they actually lost more than what was predicted. What a day! Are we allowed to gloat? I think we are, aren't we? Let's gloat. Oh dear, that did make me happy. It did. Now, all we need now is Keir Starmer to start going against this flipping Brexit. I don't know if everyone heard Michael Heseltine speaking to her, was it Sheila Fogarty the other day, basically saying everything starts with Brexit. If you don't sort Brexit out, we're not going to sort our problems out, pretty much. Like I said day one, I've been saying it for all along. Most people with half a brain cell is going to understand the biggest trade block that we've got is, and Labour, is Brexit. And there's no making it work. That's just hyperbole. That's just bollocks. Sorry, but it is.
Bollocks!
Sorry. That is not urine. I'm not drinking my own urine, just so you know. As regularly. Okay. Celtic Hammer. Celtic Hammer says, but they're all plastic seats. Daddy Blase, my son worked in the Weatherspoons kitchens today. You went in the Weatherspoons. Have you disowned them? Today. And they brought in extra staff to cover the Spangly Hat
You have accepted the truth.
parade. The big screen outside was available for people, and it was so empty. He went home early. Nice one. And Daddy Blase, wow, that was great news, yes. We don't need no stinking badges, no. Oh, Matt's biggest fan. Oh, cheers, buddy. It saddened me to hear you down about your channel, mate. Oh, cheers, my friend. They are heartless. Algorithms are heartless. Yeah, I do get down about it, but it's just I keep on plodding on, don't I? You know, I struggle to get the views, and I understand why. It's because people hate me. I hate myself sometimes. But there you go. So I've got my other channel as well. I've started up the Earth Trifle one. I've also got the Wally Bar one as well, which I need to do more with. I've been doing quite a bit with the Earth Trifle one. It hasn't got enough subscribers, so if you want to pop over there and subscribe to Earth Trifle, you don't have to watch the videos if you don't want to, but just subscribe. It doesn't help the channel along, you see. I need to get it monetized, because it's actually quite an easy one for me to get videos up, because I'm just doing it vlog style, very ad hoc, to get content on there. So yeah, it's a bit of everything on there. It's a bit of sort of gardening and environment and stuff like that. It's really cold. It's not here. It's nice and warm here. Yeah, I've not got a jacket on, but it's because the door's open. It's chilly. It's actually starting to be chilly, actually, to be fair. And I got my Yoda slippers on. You got to have your Yoda slippers, and I'm wearing shorts. So yeah, so it's a real ensemble. And there's me criticising Therese Coffey in a hat. Alistair Gare, cheers, buddy. Oh, thank you very much. You're most kind. It's really cold. Daddy Blase, great turnout then. No. Mark's biggest fan. I agree. Oh, cheers, I'm afraid. Cheers. Thank you. I'll tell you what I will do is I'm the sort of person who'll help anybody if I can as well. Do you know what I mean? So if anyone need a hand, you know, because I have got a little bit of ability. I can do stuff. I know a little bit, not a lot. Not a lot. I know a little bit. So I can help people if they need a hand or anything, especially if you like sound or audio or even OBS, even though I keep messing up by not pressing the on live button. That's a silly thing to do, that was. I can't believe I was talking to myself for 24 minutes. I can't get that out of my head. It's nuts. I felt so stupid. Oh, anyway. Oh, cheers, Mad Monk. Most appreciated. Cheers, buddy. I drank what? I'll drink to that. I don't know whether to say it loud or not. Jaspers says, I drank my urine by mistake in 2014. He knows the date. When I first got internet, I Skyped my sister. Drinking orange. Peed in the other bottle, then picked up the wrong bottle. Was it all warm and fizzy? Did you have a urine infection? No? Yeah, I think it might be. Mad Monk has just put the link in the chat here. So is the king retired yet? Oh, God's sake! He hasn't been retired. He's gonna be long before he'd be pegging or something. Then again, I have to admit they do live a ripe old age, don't they? How many times does a doctor check his blood pressure and stuff like that? I wonder. Daily? I wouldn't be surprised. I bet he gets a daily checkup. And then you got that Camilla woman. Is she queen now? Is she? She's not a queen consort. She's a queen. I bet she takes his temperature. No. Oh, what a thought. Ugh. Oh, Vendetta. Gordon. Everyone talks with themselves, Marks. Oh, thanks for that. But most of us not online. No. Maybe is that a first? No, it won't be a first. Other people would have done that, I'm sure. Dave Blase says, absolutely, my friend. Oh gosh, shut us to care. He was so happy he sprinted out the door before they changed their minds. I bet. Who will be working on Coronation? Should be out partying and waving your little flags. Is he retired or retarded? I think pretty much, well, he's into homeopathy, so probably the latter. And number 3, it's really good fun that the channel, the channel, all sorts of good advice. Oh, cheers, nice one, thank you. Yeah, it's not just ad hoc, it's just me just ranting at the camera and just showing around my garden and stuff like that and other stuff. To do, directly related to the garden, I suppose, and the environment type stuff. So, little things I've learned on the way. Let them eat cake! Oh, let's do it, Zach. King, you bloody beggar. I'm a bit of a... yeah, there you go. Queen Camel Toe. Oh, well, as I thought. Oh, once you hear leggings. Oh, my God. Oh, this is getting a bit rude. Not going to sleep tonight, thinking about that. Oh, my giddy aunt. Ooh, let's get out of my head. Oh, he gets a good income and doesn't have to work for it. So, yes. Well, we're heading for a tyrannical... well, we're not heading for it. I think we're in it. I think we're at the start of a tyranny, to be honest. And hopefully Labour gets in, and hopefully they don't use it as an opportunity to do whatever they want and revert back to, well, freedom of speech, because that's what we've lost, really. Now, you got... where is he now? Oh, we got this, not that one. Where is it? Not that one. Oh my God. Paul Golding. Oh, press the wrong button. That one. There you go. Paul Golding. Well, he's the big chief for Britain First. Now, I looked at this picture here, and they've now got political uniforms. Well, political uniforms, I think they were made illegal, but before the war, actually, at 1935 or 36, something like that. And so Paul Golden is hiding behind him at the moment. He's there. That he's just, it's Paul Golden there. Yeah, he did offer everyone to, just contact him. If you hate the country so much, he says, send me a message, DM me on Twitter, and I will pay for your airfare out of the UK. He said. It's probably just clickbait, to be fair, but here you go. That's what he said. I wonder if he got inundated. He might have done. Who knows? But yeah, political uniforms. Yeah. So he can do that, which is illegal. And they can't even do that. No. That's where we're heading. It's just silly. Placards. They're not beating people over the head with them. You can't peacefully protest now, basically. Because it creates a disturbance. What's up with Wally? Oh, there's a Wally. You need something, don't you, Wally? Oh, look at that. He's a good boy. Ain't ya? Huh? What's on your face? What's nothing? When I see little black things, I mean, you always went to like a tick or something, but it wasn't. That was a bit of sleep out of his eye. You're a lovely boy, ain't you? Yes, you are. Do another one. Here we are. Right, talking about pets, animals. And this little fella here. Yes, I know. You've got more in my hand. Ooh. What? Look. Just things like there you go. Yeah. He does little tricks as well. He does. There you go. Anyway. Animals. Yes. And I've actually gone over, but I'm going to do it anyway. Aren't we, Bear? Not Bear, Wally. Bear's the other one. That's the white one, but he's not in it. No. Can I just pull it? You just knock it over, Wally. Can I? He's knocking things down over here. Oh, the tail. It wags. Wish my tail wagged. Yeah, but it doesn't. No. Tried. I can almost get my ears. I can waggle my ears just about like I was at Lowell. I'll see if I can waggle my ears. I haven't done it for such a long time. Used to be quite good at it. Oh, I can't do it now. Not with this hat on. I can't do it now. I used to be able to waggle my ears. I can't do it anymore. Oh dear, never mind. That was pointless anyway. So anyway, this government has been naughty. They lied. They've actually come clean actually recently. But it's the sad truth is that animal testing is starting again. Now I'm not showing any pictures of animal testing or anything like that on this stream because it's not people want to see that sort of stuff. We know it's starting to go on, but I'll just try and explain why it's going on. And if you follow this channel, for a while now, you'll know that I've done videos on this before. When it pretty much, before the Trade and Cooperation Agreement, so 3 years ago now, and with us leaving the European Union, we also left a thing called EU Reach. We left the UK CA and what have you, and not left. So you've got EU Reach, which we've left, and you got the CE mark, which we've left. Well, the one I want to talk about is the EU Reach, and it's been replaced with the UK Reach. Yes, they'll kick that can down the road again and again and again, but it doesn't. It doesn't matter. Because what's happening is industry, businesses in the United Kingdom they're leaving. They're leaving the United Kingdom because they can't function in the UK anymore. Now they can sell into the UK from the EU because the UK for a number more years, I think it's until 2027 or something like that, they're going to accept the CE mark and also the EU Reach, which is the chemicals database. And it's the world's largest chemical database. It's a database that's been built over a period of time in the EU, but also with the UK as well, because scientists in the UK used to be quite a major deal. Johnny in the Centre and places like that. And since we've left, not in its entirety, but we have left it. Actually, get my worms out of it. We have left EU Reach, but we're accepting EU Reach testing in the UK. The problem is we can't export anything without getting stuff tested in the EU, in an EU member state. We can't have it done in the UK. So with that in mind, we can't actually sell anything that is made or developed in the UK. No. So manufacturing companies, let's say for instance cosmetics, which was back in 1998, this is Tony Blair's, 98, they banned testing on animals for cosmetics. But not now. There was a part in a bill where they actually state that we'll only allow testing on animals in extreme circumstances. Now that's the same as what it is in the EU. They still test on animals for medical purposes, but not for cosmetics, eyeliner and shit like that. You know what I mean? Stuff I wear every day. Well, and as a result, these companies can't function because they can't export into the EU. So what do? They ship out. Now, back in I think it was 2015, 2016, something like that. I'll find it here. Actually, I can show you. Here we go. This was Lush, the Lush, the soap people. And this was back in 2016. UK cosmetics group Lush relocates staff to Germany post-Brexit. So they the writing was on the wall. They knew what they needed to do, so they did it. Back then. There's been more since. They've decided we can't function here anymore. And the hope was that the whole thing was just going to go, with the Trade and Cooperation Agreement, it's all going to be written into that and what have you. But the UK didn't want any jurisdiction via the European Court of Justice. Everything revolves around that. When you talk about litigation, legality, it has to. You can't expect to abide by laws that are written in the on behalf of EU member states, not to be governed by the European Court of Justice. That makes no sense at all, does it? So the UK cosmetics group Lush relocates staff to Germany post-Brexit. UK cosmetics maker, retailer Lush, is relocating European staff from Britain to Germany and has expanded production at its German factory in the wake of Britain's vote to leave the European Union, it said. Okay, it's back in 2016. But there's been more since. And it's I find this incredibly sad because we were making such headway with this sort of thing and pulling away from any testing on animals whatsoever, even in medical, because the rules state basically that if there's an alternative way of doing it to test these chemicals and obviously cancer treatments and stuff like that, well, you do that instead. Now, recently, they managed to clone human lungs.
Accepted the truth.
So now they're saying, this company is saying, we've been able to clone human lungs now, you should be able to test on them instead for on man-made human parts. But the UK, no, they're already importing dogs into the UK for the purpose of testing. Beagles, little beagles. So yeah, it's not looking good, and it's absolutely disgusting and shameful. And the other thing is, never mind peaceful protests. When animal protesters get involved, very rarely are they peaceful. They get in there and they torch the place. Now, there's several raids. I remember a while back, it was before the laws all came in 1998. There was a lot of campaigning and a lot of protests and a lot of infiltration of places like Huntington Life Sciences and places like that. And the workers of these places, even in their homes, and they were under threat. When you start hurting animals, people react. We love our animals, No, I do. No idea of actually making them suffer and what have you. Just, it goes against the grain, doesn't it? Cheers, buddy. Yay. Mad Monk, 33. Cheers, buddy. Marcus, you go on longer. TV. Oh, it's shit tonight. It's all about the coronation. Lovely. Coronation. I made 3 videos about the coronation today. 3 videos. All saying, not my king, pretty much. So, I don't know how you guys and gals think about that, but I'm pretty, I think I probably know already, but it's flipping awful. I blame the monarchy on Brexit. Oh, we could do. Let's blame the monarchy on Brexit. Don't you have a GoFundMe where viewers can donate to help you keep making videos and do the streams? Yeah, we do. Yeah. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, because Mad Monk's got a good point. Not Mad Monk. Monk's the biggest fan. There's a GoFundMe. It should be in the bottom. We've got the GoFundMe, obviously, for the trees. But it goes in a different bank. That's because we started a different bank, another bank account for the GoFundMe for the rewilding here. And there should be another GoFundMe there, which is the support channel. So if you didn't want to do the super chat, you want to do GoFundMe instead, and it is very appreciated, it really is. There's a GoFundMe down below because they take, I think, some tiny amount, something like 4% or something, whereas YouTube takes like 30-odd%. It's so greedy. They're making so much money. Look how much money they take. It's just nuts. There you go. That's what I like, I suppose. Greed. That's what it's all greed. Ecological UK doesn't grow anything. Nope, it doesn't. George Bodley, hello George. I never knew washing the dishes could take so long just to avoid that farce on the telly. I know, it's nuts. I haven't watched any of it. And we have got English satellite here in France, so I just avoided it. I really have avoided it. I've been in the garden. Actually, at one point, I fell asleep after making the video. I just literally fell. It's nuts. I had some shelving from Lush Shop, and it smelled fruity. Yeah, cheers, Mark's the biggest fan. Casper Northern, good evening to you. Oh, good evening, Casper Northern. I hope you're well. So yeah, I've made videos about this before and that, and I do love my dogs. Animals in general, really, and maybe the wife, maybe. Even though she's not here at the moment to clip me around the ear. No. So before you click away, I'm not going to be showing any pictures of animals being tortured. That's pretty much what it is. No. But Brexiters, well, quite frankly, they're like a flippin' sack of rats, aren't they? Fighting amongst themselves, pretending that they care about the environment and all creatures great and small, quite frankly, but they don't, do they? And the United Kingdom is restarting animal testing. Now, I talked about this probably, 2-3 years ago now. The videos about it. No one's interested. Didn't do very well, maybe because it's about animal testing, but no one's really interested. I had one guy actually in a post-stream chat on Max's channel. And he was, they just do this and just do that. And I said, no, it don't work like that because you've got litigation. Everything is governed by law, and law's governed within the European Court of Justice. So it just can't happen. So the United Kingdom is going to be having to restart, and we're talking about a massive cost to business. At one point, as they say, about 5 billion. It's probably about 20 billion to get over a period of so many years. Look how long it's taken us to get this database. But we're talking about testing stuff that has already been tested. We've already got the data sets and the data sheets for. So why do we need to test again? We need to test again because we don't own it. We don't own that data because we left it. We could have been a part of it. It could have carried on if it wasn't for the fact that we've got no jurisdiction by the European Court of Justice. So, this will be the first time testing on animals has been done since 1998 for cosmetics. That was obviously Tony Blair's Labour government. And he used his own legislation as an example as to sort to get the practice of animal testing on cosmetics banned right across the EU. So it started in the UK. Seems like it ends with the UK and all now, to be honest. Or start at the end of the UK. So, UK had that gravitas at the time. It hasn't anymore, but now it's just a flippin' ass. Essentially, the United Kingdom has lost at least 70% of the access to the world's largest chemical database, EU reach. Following Brexit, the UK now runs its own, I think it's in name only at the moment, to be honest. The UK doesn't want to do anything. And besides, Whitehall don't have, or therefore, they do not have the means to see this through. We do not have the testing capability in the United Kingdom to make this work. We just don't. No. And besides, all the boffins with the brains, all the scientists, all the people working in these places, would have been working in these places, a lot of them have already shipped out to move out of the United Kingdom because of Horizon Europe to gain that funding. And the biggest, this is something that annoyed me a little bit this week about Labour, and that was that they said they're not. It's in their manifesto, wasn't it? That's going to get rid of tuition fees. Massive mistake. We need people. We need people to get into education because we need some clever ass people. We need people. We've had such a brain drain for a start, and just the doctors and nurses and others, the scientists and techies and what have you, and they're leaving because they feel they can't get on here. I'll say here, I'm in France, but in the UK. So we put that block in front of clever people that might not have much money, but prevent them from doing the training. Some of the cleverest people come from them. There's odd background. Quite poverty and all that as well. It's not just people with money. Are the clever people? No, most certainly are not. We need free education across the board. If we are to, for the UK, if it is going to develop and move forwards, we need to train. And this is where Tony Blair, I know people hate Tony Blair for, because of Iraq and stuff like that, but he was 100% right when his mantra, his three-word slogan was education, education, education. And they did invest in education. And I know that because I was on the receiving end of some of that money. And that was work that's been promised to be done for a very long period of time. And schools were being built. And also all those mobiles, all those horrible mobiles that are freezing cold in the winter and boiling hot in the summer, they got rid of them all. Basically, they extended on all the schools. And it's made a massive difference. Okay, I'm going by what my experience is in Norfolk, and we used to do a lot of the landscaping work, basically small scale building works around schools and what have you, and we were paid, and they were considerable contracts. They really were. There's a lot of them. But no, what we got now? Bring them back. What seems to be important to this Tory part is to bring back animal testing. Not because necessarily they want to, because they've got no choice. Because we can't function without it. Because animal testing is a part of, obviously, the UK REACH scheme. We need chemical databases so we can keep people safe. But then that also is backed up by the fact we've got problems, obviously, regarding UKCA, the replacement for the CE mark. And okay, we are still accepting stuff that comes from the EU into the United Kingdom under the scheme, they kick the can down the road again, 2020 something or other, and so we can, like for instance, if a washing machine's imported in the United Kingdom with a CE mark, we say, oh, that's still okay. But if we make a washing machine, we can't put a CE mark on it because it has to be done in the EU. So the industry, they can't function properly. They bugger off, don't they? They move away. And unless you've got masses of money and you can afford to set up and in the UK, well, no, it's not going to work either, is it? No. It's so ridiculous. Then you've got the big construction industry, all these things, CE marks and everything. Well, anyway, dogmatically, the post-Brexit UK did not want the UK to have any connection whatsoever with the European Court of Justice. And so we're losing access to the EU REACH. The UK REACH is, it's basically starting from the ground up, if it ever does actually start. Well, it looks like it is now, because they've already started animal testing. And, it's kind of, and they taught from the government that kind of counteracts this. It's kind of opening this kind of dribble, really, and it's not. Well, they don't want to scare the public, you see, at the time. But you know what? I don't think a lot of the public actually care. No. It's one of them things that gets talked about. Oh, that's terrible, and then get forgotten about. But those in the industry believe that full-on animal testing will need to be undertaken to replace data that the UK has lost access to. And it's not just cosmetics, it's absolutely every sector. And the government is, it was at one point, it was trying to grovel to the European Union, the Chemicals Agency, for some compliance, like a memorandum of understanding with the banking, what have you. But everything revolved around the European Court of Justice, but they want no part of it. And that's why we didn't get any banking passport, any memorandum of understanding. Well, they're running out by the end of this year, aren't they? So that's going to be interesting. So it's, it's a bit nuts. Well, we need some compliance. This is on the ingredients of cosmetic products, but even basic chemicals like, argument's sake, top of my head, sodium lauryl sulfate, for instance. Started life, I think it was a garage floor cleaner originally, but it's actually shampoo now. And it's a foaming agent, sodium lauryl sulfate. If you look on the back of pretty much any shampoo, you'll see either SLS or sodium lauryl sulfate on the back of it. And it's even that we do not have access to EU REACH. No. They're just basic chemicals. I don't know what bleach is like, but maybe that's the same, I don't know. But so even products already in distribution are going to need retesting. It's a bit just madness. So we'll just make animals suffer all over again. The current UK REACH is not recognised abroad, no. Anyway. I don't know if they've written it into these so-called trade deals or not, but they're going to have to want to accept. And then would they be looking at their own sovereignty? I don't know. The thing about the CE mark and EU REACH and what have you, it sets the standards across the world. Even the US follows the standards of the European Union. They want to trade with them. But apparently we don't want to anymore. Is that why our trade has been hampered? Maybe. Was it 4% loss, is it? Yeah, on exports? Something like that. It's probably more than that, to be honest. So that is a far-reaching problem, and it will force many countries, well, they'll force them not to buy from the UK. Because stuff filters around, you see. If they want to buy an ingredient, a product, a component of something from the United Kingdom that they're going to make into something that they wish then to sell back into the EU, well, they won't be able to. So the resale of products will be hampered. It's pretty much impossible. This is just madness. The whole thing is absolute madness. It's not just UKCA replacement for the CE, it's also the chemical database, and I think it's even more dangerous. Let's say, for instance, the foaming agent found in many soaps and toothpastes, like say about sodium lauryl sulfate for one, that's also going to require retesting under UK REACH. We've been using this flipping stuff for decades. See, the thing is, if we want to be able to sell stuff in the EU, they've got to recognise our standards. And until they do, and so they've got to recognise, which they don't yet, UK REACH. Well, UK REACH hasn't got a database as such. It's just in name only at the moment. And the government is saying that, this is the government saying this, that even ingredients used solely in cosmetics and with a history of safe use will be subject to animal tests in the UK. Otherwise, just you can't sell the stuff. At the moment, though, everything we've got is pretty much it comes under EU REACH, so at least we've got something. What if that? Yeah, they're not going to change that at the moment. They'll just keep kicking that can down the road. I just can't see this. I can't see any way around this at the moment. We do not have the means to do it. And okay, they're starting doing some animal testing, which is diabolical, obviously. But even we just don't. We don't have the ability. We don't have the infrastructure. We don't have the labs to facilitate it. The testing facilities. Yeah, some things will be easy to test, but you still got to do it. You still got to have the data sheets. Whenever you buy anything that's got chemicals on it, like for instance, when I was working in the UK, I had my my chemical spraying, or still got them actually, my chemical spraying certificate, PA6, boom spraying and stuff like that. I wouldn't do that now. Now I know what's in the flipping stuff. But even when I was doing that, everything we bought came with data sheets. Chemical-wise, it came with data sheets. If we ever did a method statement, or we were putting in tenders for councils and stuff like that, we had to provide all the data sheets of the chemicals that we might be using to facilitate the contract. All has to be supplied, but we haven't got it because we don't own it. The whole thing's bonkers, and it seems so unnecessary. And it's all because of Brexit. I just want my Brexit. There's a whole load of flipping. I know I've done it before. I'm gonna do it again. It's maddening, and it's it's crazy. Back in the chat. We're back in the chat. We are. Oh, did you scroll down? Hello, Bear. Well, Sebastian's come and said hello. Number 3, lift your boat. Just rename your boat to the Brexit benefit. That is a Brexit benefit. If you can get out of the way of people that are Brexiters, you can hide from. Sameem Nadal, sorry. EU legislation does not allow. Most of the world. And also the UK should consider their annual tested producers would be sold in most of the world and certainly in EU. So shampoo tested on luminous hair monkeys won't be sold here or produced. No. That's a valid point. That's another valid point actually. But anyway, it goes against the ethos of the EU now because we've got laws against it. So you won't be able to sell it there anyway. And when you consider, even like in the United States, they follow EU REACH. It's the same thing, isn't it? We're just going to shut ourselves off to the world again. These data sets are already out there. The data sheets, they're already out there. The testing's been done. basic chemistry. You know, it's not so it's like new stuff. They obviously can't do that either. Oh, nice. Floor skins. The best the man can get. English Electric made a good twin tub. Oh my god, my mum used to have a twin tub. I can remember it was a Hoover twin tub though, or something like that. And it used to always leak. My dad's always working on the pump. I used to always leak on the pump. But I can remember mum in the kitchen, and she'd be there with her wooden tongs, taking them out of the actual. Yeah, twin tub was like 2 vertical tubs, and she was in her wooden tongs, the washing bit, and put it into the spinner bit. Yeah. That was a labour of love, that was. Although that machine lasted so long. It did. Yeah, there's always been problems, but it did last a while. There we go. If the UK made a washing machine, they'd probably be the worst in the world. Probably. Oh, I'll tell you what we used to always buy. We always buy German at one point. It used to be Siemens or Bosch is what we used to buy, because it was kind of like, it was German and well made, but not overly expensive, unlike AEG and stuff like that, were too expensive. And the reason for that is because we had 6 kids, and the amount of washing Caroline did every single day was just unreal. I think about 4 loads a day. So because we had 2 of our kids that we used to wet the bed and stuff. So obviously there's bed linen every day as well. So that's a bit of a bind. But yeah, it was, we used to get through washing machines until we got the German ones, and then they were brilliant. And we've got a German machine now actually. It's quite old now though. Oh, sugar, Amstrad. I know this since I was a baker. Oh, hang on, what's this? I know this since I was a baker, and still have family and friends in the business. And let me tell you that it's a huge dent in the UK's export sheets. Oh, what's this? I'm confused now. The food industry here used to buy massive components for our industry from the UK since about 40 years before now, and only ones that are still selling ones are those relocated to the EU. Well, that's probably down to the CE mark and stuff, isn't it? And also getting components, spare parts and stuff like that. That was as big as that. Oh yeah, the ZX Spectrum. Oh my god, the ZX Spectrum. Oh, they were the days. But yeah, I had a ZX Spectrum, 48? Was it 48? One with the rubber buttons. I had that one. And then later on, I got the ZX Spectrum 128, one with a built-in cassette deck. Yeah. That was fun, I suppose. The kids then got an Amiga, was it 300? Amiga 300? Yeah, games console type, like little computer. But you used to make it for word processing software and stuff like that, probably like Taz books and stuff like that. E equals MC squared. So DJ Cow. Hello, DJ Cow. Alan Sugar's Amstrad was sweet. Well, I had an Amstrad 1512 with twin 5.25-inch floppy drives. It was actually quite a capable machine, actually. Obviously, it was very basic regarding software. So, the UK attempts at manufacturing, British Lane, oh my god, what a flop. And Sinclair computers. Both crap and broke if you breathed on them. The thing about British Lane was they used components of older models. Now, my dad had I had it after my dad, actually, a Sherpa caravan. Well, it was actually a minibus that my dad converted into a caravanette. And that was, what would have been 70s, late 70s maybe. Sherpa used to rot down the middle. It was a clamshell construction. It used to rot at the seam. And the door handles in that were the same door handles that I had on my LDV Pilot van that I had for a while. Actually, that was a good van, actually. A bit heavy on steering, but it was actually a really solid van. That didn't rot. But they had the same flipping handles. And the internal handles, as that old Sherpa. Same as what was on the Allegro and all that. It's just like, people notice these details, and we need to move. You have to move on. People aren't going to buy it. They're not going to buy stuff like that. And my daddy had the Montego Countryman. Was it the LDV? Austin Rover, whatever it was. Countryman Montego. Oh my God, that was alright. It was a bit of a station wagon type thing. But that used to constantly have problems with the fuel pump. It's just, they used to break down. They weren't reliable. And then you had the Rovers. The Rover 400s, 416s and stuff like that. And they had problems with the... right, if you got the one with the Honda engine in it, but the other ones, they used to always... Head gasket used to go. The head used to warp. It's a nightmare. No wonder they went... Well, you know what? To be honest, they deserved to go under. And then they get like management buyout or buyout or something. And then they took all the money out of the company and that was it. Did a runner, it seems. And then you got Lane and Daff and oh wow. Oh dear. We haven't got good history. When you think about the car industry in the United Kingdom, there are so many car makes. Obviously Morris garages and a Singer, and there's loads of them. There's loads of car makes, and they all get bought out, amalgamated into one. And that's kind of what happened in woodworking as well during the Industrial Revolution with Frederick Stanley from and that's what he used to do. Whenever any other people came up with a metal-bodied hand plane, woodworking hand plane, he would buy them up, and it all get amalgamated into Stanley. Yeah, they started out making nails. That's what they did originally, make nails and ironmongery. Then they went into tools. That was during the Industrial Revolution. And you got was it Leonard Bailey, who was the designer of the lever cap and the bedrock design of the hand plane. Also, I know that was a woodworker, so there you go. The Spectrum was great, but the C Amiga was better. Yeah, they were good. They were solid. Number 3 says, we don't have the same system of government in 1980. I predict the major crash of some kind within decades. Well, we're certainly getting that now. We're imploding at the moment, I think. I think we are imploding. Something radical needs to be done, otherwise we've got to find our way out. What we've done is we've put so many things, a bit like Margaret Hasseltine said to Sheila Fogarty, that with Brexit, what we've done is we've cut off our biggest export market, which obviously was the EU, and you can't just take away that amount of GDP without expecting a massive downturn, and that's what we're saying. We're borrowing. We're not making money. We're just borrowing. The national debt now is so severe. It's on par with our GDP. The GDP is going up, the national debt is going up. It's going to be higher than enough in GDP in not too long, too far in the distance. The UK built a fantastic space shuttle. It was the Robin Reliant, or the Reliant Robin, you mean, and with Delta wings. I watched the launch on BBC's Top Gear. Oh, God's sake. They did do silly things like that. What's this? I missed something. What did I miss? The IBM 386. Oh my God. I had a 386, a DX50. Then I had 486 Pentium, and I went on from there. Yeah. I just did, because it's cheaper to build them yourself at the time. How many were sent away from the polling station for no ID? Yeah, there are quite a few. But what they were doing is they had somebody outside, so it wasn't logged. So we don't really know how many were really sent away, because basically they were asking people at the door before they got in, "Have you got your ID?" So it didn't get logged, so we don't actually know accurately how many there were. So we don't know what the figures are. All we know is the official figures are those who got in the building. That's it. But apart from that, we don't really know. But the thing is, though, there's plenty of stories saying that they were blocked. It's voter suppression, and we know why they did it. And if you're going to do anything like that, we should have given them more time. That was too soon to local elections. It's deliberate. Deliberate it was. How many were sent away? Yep. Marcus, the chemicals in food production are very sensible and have to be produced in optimal conditions. Sensible or sensitive? Optimal conditions and with strict component vigilance and non-contamination. And the UK now cannot produce them. Ooh. Well, it's like even in the EU, because there's a big worry regarding semiconductors, silicon chips and all that, microchips. And that in Germany, they're building a factory, building various factories to make these silicon chips and developing new chips. Not fish and chips. No, because that's got problems as well. But anyway, but they're clinical spaces. These factories are, they're not built overnight. They're not just like a big warehouse and you move in and, they're like, like labs. Well, they are labs, aren't they? They're literally labs. Clean spaces. So they take a long while to build. Scrolling down. I'm looking at gaming laptops now. Oh, I've got a gaming laptop. That's a bit dated now. It's a Acer Predator. That was very good. I didn't use it for gaming though. I got it because I needed to edit videos, and it's had a decent video card in it. I started with the Commodore. Oh God, the Commodore. What was the other one? The BBC. Remember the BBC? I remember the Commodores. These used to have them in schools, and the BBC computers had in schools. Mellow, laugh. Did the king shave his ball or his eyebrow? I don't know. What I think about the king's ball. No. Has he got one or has he got two? Is he not Nigel Fartage? Oh, an Amiga 1200. Oh, you lucky devil. With a 4 GB hard drive. Oh my God, that's huge. Kieran Marshmallow. Oh. Loved the sliding front doors. Number 3, yes, a mangle. You feed it through the 2 rollers. What mangle? What number 3? What number 3 say about mangles? Oh, okay. Vendetta, I don't think so. I just checked. It had 2 rollers, and the wet clothes were fed through to squeeze most of the water. Oh yeah, my mother-in-law used to have a mangle years and years ago. That was the days of, like twin tubs and stuff like that. Simple like Burko boilers and what have you to wash your linen and use the mangle to squeeze the water out. They're good things, Scroll down. I haven't jumped too far. I've got a bit behind. Windows used to crash 5 or 6 times a day at first. God, didn't it just? XP was terrible as well. That's an awful bit of software. I know, it's a long hour. Mad Monk said I should continue because the TV's crap. So I don't mind. I did that the other day as well, didn't I? I was going live yesterday, but I didn't. But then the day before that was live. But that was that was over an hour as well, wasn't it? I'll be about nearly 2 hours again. And at the moment, I'm on 38, so I'm doing the same again. I can't help myself. I can't just talk. I can't help it. And I've gone off track. Oh my God. Got a few things to show you. The computers didn't commercially arrive at school until the 12th grade. Most of those got stopped for having no ID. Okay, Satire says most of the people are stopped for not having any ID. We're only going into the booth to get a passport photo. Oh, really? That's silly, isn't it? Computers didn't commercially arrive at school until the 12th grade, and Trump was on GB News. Oh, yeah, I did see. Oh, crikey. Didn't you have another interview with Nigel Farage and stuff? Is at one of his. Was it in Ireland? One of his golf courses somewhere. It was either Scotland or Ireland. I know he's got golf courses in Scotland, but and Donald Trump's going on about the environment and what have you, and about the environment. We'd obviously like to look after the environment. Look what we did here. And what's this got to do with the environment? I was thinking. You lost your flipping mind. But there again,
one of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water, and tremendously wet.
You certainly are. I've been on Linux since my meet. Oh my God, really, Vendetta? Well, I used to do Linux, but some of the stuff I use won't run on it. It might be better now, actually, but things like printers and stuff, like my laser printers and stuff, wouldn't run on Linux at the time. They probably would now, but I like the ecosystem that I've got at the moment with Windows, so it kind of works for me. So that and Google, so both together is probably terrible, to be honest with you, security. Yeah, it's a bit scary these days. Didn't Donny have a trial? to attend. Oh, well, he should do. He shouldn't. He should be in house arrest. That's what he should be until the trial. Oh dear. Hello, Green Library. I hope you're well, my friend. Hugs to all, he says. Hugs to all. Well, now I've been jabbering. I forgot where all my stuff is, so I'm just going to get all my bits and pieces up regarding my pages. I've got a few things I want to show you. Right. It really isn't. This isn't great at all. It really isn't. It's shocking where we're heading. Now, it's bad enough we're pretty much in a police state now, but now we're not. We've gone backwards. More ways than we really have gone backwards. And there was an article in the BBC actually the other day. I know people don't like the BBC, but you know it is relevant. And I'm just getting my Twitter thingies up so I can show you. Oh dear, it's really saddens me. It really does, because you know. Now this was. Where's this paper? Well, this is just the other day. There we go. I'll show you this. Oh, come on. Well, we're gone. Okay. This was the other day. Bred to be stuck in a crate, then flown to a UK laboratory, little beagles. And this was on the 4th. Yeah, the 4th. 2 days ago, this paper was. And that's the Daily Mirror. So it started. So, not great, is it? Really isn't great. So dozens of caged dogs were lined up outside an airport waiting to be flown to Britain and used in labs for medical research. Absolutely disgusting. And recently there's been a few, cases flying about at the moment. Now, if I can get this up, if I can get the gist of this one. I haven't read it all the way through. Actually, I've read this one. The High Court rejects a claim that the UK government secretly ditched animal testing, but the government has already actually admitted that they did. Secretly ditched animal testing ban. Well, it's been ditched anyway. So the Animal Welfare Organisation has lost a High Court challenge over allegations that the government secretly abandoned a ban on testing cosmetic. I don't think they've done secretly because they're doing it in our faces now, aren't they? Because they're getting away with it. But testing cosmetic product ingredients. This was the 6th of May, the other day. Well, today. Yesterday, sorry. No, today. What's the day? Today, Saturday, isn't it? Yeah. Of course, it's a Coronation. I'm losing my mind, I am. Cruelty Free International, CFI, brought legal action against the Home Office, accusing it of leaving the public in blissful ignorance. Well, did you know about it? No, I don't think anyone did. I follow this stuff, although I haven't actually been doing any searches on this recently, but it's it's obviously going on. And the department's long-standing policy apparently changed after February 2019. It claimed ministers were willing to grant licences for animal testing on cosmetic ingredients and weakening of a policy ban first announced in 1998, that we talked about a minute ago, and it can't be lawful. Well, the Home Office, which oversees animal experimentation regulation in Great Britain, rejected the CFI's case as plainly wrong, arguing it had not acted unlawfully. Intentionally, but not unlawfully. Well, in a ruling on Friday, just gone, Mr. Justice Linden dismissed the organisation's challenge, and the judge said it was regrettable that the government did not publicly announce the change in the policy and accepted it was a matter of concern that inaccurate operational guidance was unavailable. Operation guidance was available on the internet, but if you don't know the change has been made, there hasn't no notifications gone. We didn't sit there waiting. Oh, look, there's a change. People don't do that. But he said overall there was no breaches of legal duties. It's still immoral by the Home Office and neither the CFI, nor the public had a legitimate expectation to be informed about the change in the policy position. Well, I'm just going to shut my door because I've got flies coming in. I love animals, but I don't want to be inundated with mosquitoes. There's nothing left of me. I've got Sebastian here. There you are. Look at him in his little... Oh, ain't he cute? Look at that little fella. Oh, there. Patiently waiting for us. Oh, okay. What are you doing here too? We've got another one. You get it. Oh, good catch, girl. Good catch. What's your? Oh, not a good catch. And Wally will let it bounce off his head. And that'll be the end of it. There you go. Usually bounces off in door again, so I'll just give it to him. Oh, that's my fingers. Thank you. Alright. Are you done now? You have another one in a minute. Okay? Oh, she's on the sofa now. Hey guys, do you mind if we test on you? Put shampoo in your eyes and stuff. No, they're not keen. Okay. Don't worry, we're not going to do that. No. Do you know what? I poured myself a beer. Alright, I haven't been drinking, so because I haven't been drinking, I didn't even think about it. It's probably gone flat now, isn't it? What am I like? Anyway. So where were we? But he said that overall there was no breaches of legal duties, but you know, the whole thing is completely and utterly immoral. So much of the legal dispute centred on CFI's claim that the Home Office had an erroneous legal understanding of the EU legislation relating to the cosmetics and their safety. Now, Linden said cosmetics regulations, which aim to protect the safety of consumers, ban the testing of cosmetics and ingredients for cosmetics on animals, and the marketing of products or ingredients tested on animals was also banned. And the judge added in his ruling that which followed a two-day hearing in January. No, January's gone. But separate rules covering the evaluation of chemicals, including some of the cosmetics, were more permissive and concerned with the safety of substances from the broader human and environmental context. And the judge said these allow for testing of substances on animals, but only as a last resort. Yeah, but who defines that? It is a last resort if you've got no other way of doing it. The UK hasn't got any other options. So it is a last resort. It's flipping cosmetics, for Christ's sake. We don't need that. When you're as beautiful as I am, you don't need cosmetics. No. Such as the need for assess risks of to manufacturing workers. People in... Oh, I see. So it's also to protect people who in the workplace. The Home Office's policy was that the animal testing was lawful in the UK and not in conflict with bans in limited circumstances. When there were no other alternative ways. Well, there is no alternative ways because we haven't got the data sheets anymore. We don't have access to it. We don't own it. Well, so they've got no other way to meet the requirements of the chemical-related regulations, the court was told. The Linden concluded that the government had modified its policy for pragmatic reasons rather than any legal requirement, but said it was perfectly coherent to take the view that the two legislative regimes can be read compatibly with each other. The judge said that the government accepted its change in position was not fully documented or widely communicated at the time, and it was plausible that the Home Office did not publicise the change because it would be politically unpopular, to be potentially seen to be watering down the legislation. But the judge said there was no breach of public law duty, because at the end of the day, that's what that's why you go to court. It wasn't illegal to do so, but they did it. Yeah. Arrgh. Like I say, we're going backwards. I don't think anything could bring intelligence to Brexit, says Peter. I think you might have a point there. I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I really am not. But I can read, just about, And I'm a quite logical person in the sense that, when you make things, you tend to be, you know what I mean? Problem solving and stuff. And when something looks stupid, it generally is. A bit like Therese Kofi's dress. Her outfit at the Coronation. What the hell was all that about? And Penny Baldon. Just look at the air hostess. Well. Joe Marriott says I can't comment on this without being rude. Just do it. I don't care anymore. If we test on Brexit, what a brilliant idea, Mark's biggest fan. If we test on Brexiters, there's a chance that side effects might be intelligent. Oh, I see your point there, P. Does. Actually, no. I am to agree with P. Does on this one. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the stupidest of them all? Flippin' Brexiters, of course, you know. We don't have a legitimate expectation. No, we don't. Sebastian and Amanda. Oh, yeah. They are lovely doggies. Where are they gone? Oh, I've still got Sebastian and Pan. Oh, you can't see him. You probably see Pandora. She's probably, yeah, she's camouflaged. Sprawled out, she is. That's because she's got a bit of a belly. She likes to sprawl out. She's a bit sad because Mummy's left her. Yeah. For 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. My ancient printer isn't supported by Windows 10, but it's on cups. What's cups? Sorry, I don't want that cup. Is that part of? Is it on the Linux? Curate Library. Allshorts just drunk a second bottle of Krabby's original. Oh, lovely. Oh, ginger beer. Actually, my neighbour just brought me some ginger over, and it's not the kind of ginger you get in the supermarkets. As in, like, most ginger comes from China and places like that. You see, this was from Tasmania, or something. It gives a tea. Yeah, somewhere in Africa, something like that. Anyway, and it's more orangey brown colour. So I'm gonna try that later. I might do a comparison. I might do a video today. Not for this channel, for the other one. I haven't worn makeup in years. I look like this. If you don't like it, bugger off, says Gingers. Well, she didn't say that exactly, but it's pretty much what she meant. I have to admit, everyone to their own. But Craig, one of my customers, to be fair, they're absolutely lovely. I mean, they really are lovely. But I have to admit, it does look funny. They're married, but the husband has gone through. He got boobs and stuff. Yeah, and I have to admit, she's a very ugly woman. I can't say it. Sorry, but oh my god. But it just seems. Oh, am I old-fashioned? Probably, but they are really, really nice people, and I do get on really well with them. I've done loads of work for them, and they're really nice people. But it just looks funny. I can't help it. I'm just cheeky fella. I can't help it. Sorry, but you know, itchy nose now. Putin was in the crowd. Oh, was he? Was he there? Oh, I wasn't invited, but I'm going to be there anyway, probably. I've not worn makeup since my goth phase. You're a goth, Lefty Boater. Oh my god. It looked like something out of Russia. Yeah, it did. Or North Korea. But the police, not North Korean police. I prefer them small and real to big and unreal. I prefer. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Just drink something. Okay, but there we come. I do like ginger beer. Good night, Daddy Blaz. I hope you're well. Off to bed. Okay. That live stream earlier pooped me out. Oh, you did a live stream, didn't you? No, you did one. Good night, all, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. So you did it. Yeah, I have to admit, Daddy Blaz, I don't know how long you've been doing live streams, but they are tiring. They really do not take it out yet. Surprising. I never thought it would. And I hadn't done any live streams until I went with Graham Hughes and sort of like beat the nervousness out of me. But that's fine. I'll just do them now. It's not too problem. I do have to think it through then, get all my ducks in a row, and then it doesn't work anyway. I'm all over the place. So there you go. Yeah, night day, Barzi. I didn't even know you did a live stream today. Didn't get a notification. No. What you banned me? Probably. Everyone else says. Yes, Wally, I can see you there. Pain. So there's one other article that which happened to be in the BBC, and it was from yesterday. And animal tests. Oh, delete that. Go away. Animal tests for makeup resume after 25-year ban. This is crazy. It isn't just makeup. It's gonna be everything. All the stuff that we had data sets for, including medical, we no longer have access to. We're gonna have to redo all. So it's not just makeup. Everything else is going to be in overdrive. Otherwise, we can't function as a country. So, government has allowed animal testing for makeup ingredients to resume despite a 25-year ban. It changed the policy of animal testing to align with EU chemical rules according to a High Court ruling. Now, the High Court said on Friday that the government was acting legally after the case was brought by the animal rights activists, which we've been talking about. So I can see a lot. There's going to be a hell of a lot of campaigners, and they're going to start. There's going to be attacks, isn't there? Because that's how they used to bowl. You know, they go and then break into these places and steal the animals and stuff. Yeah, while they eat the bacon sarnie or something. I don't know. So animal tests for makeup, hence ingredients, has been completely banned in the UK since 1998 because of Tony Blair. And like I said, it set the standard for the EU. Yeah, it wasn't banned in the EU at that time in 1998. It came afterwards. You know, we did do some good in the UK being a part of the EU. You know, we played a big part setting standards and making laws and stuff like that. And now we're so, it's a good idea, even though we made half of the flipping laws. Doesn't make any sense. It's madness, isn't it, really? Completely utterly bonkers it is. So back in 2020, European Chemicals Agency, the ECHA, and the EU agency, which oversees chemical regulation, ruled that the companies needed to test some ingredients used in cosmetics on animals to ensure that they were safe for workers manufacturing the ingredients. Now, during the case, it was revealed that since 2019, the government had been issuing licenses for animal testing of cosmetic ingredients in line with the EU chemical rules, which retained despite leaving the EU in 2020. This is inaccurate. During the case, it was revealed that since 2019, the government had been issuing licenses for animal testing of cosmetic ingredients in line with the EU chemical rules, which it retained despite leaving the EU. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but is, where was it now? I don't know. Obviously, Lush. Not that one. Not that one. I don't know about you, but it wasn't that long ago. They were telling us, the Brexiters were telling us all that it would, leaving the European Union would improve animal rights. Didn't, did it? I'm a bit disappointed in the EU that they've decided to increase animal testing on cosmetic chemical, on cosmetics. That is a bit disappointing. I don't know what their reasoning is. I know they're saying to protect the manufacturing workers, but it's a bit of a worry. Lie to your senses. The EU is the Brexit boogeyman, and their laws, which we helped create. Yep, it's just nuts. It's just nuts. We instigated a lot of those laws. The UK, government and people in the UK weren't happy about animal testing. No. And what was the other one about? in the EU that it was declared that animals have feelings. They certainly do have feelings. Of course they do. You know. That improves obviously animal rights because understand that animals have feelings and you don't want to hurt animals and hurt their feelings. Don't call them nasty names. No. What about freedom of speech? The UK's got rid of that as well. Mild green hairy lip squid. Okay, Florskins, that's an interesting thing to say. Mild green hairy lip squid. I don't know what that means, but there you go. If you wish to support Allshorts, you can buy me a coffee, blah, 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 blah. Links down below. But also, please beat the old like button. It does help the channel, you know. Would you rather Boris... Oh my god. No. Night number 3. Take care, my friend. Au revoir, my friend. You take care. I'm going to be going in a minute anyway as well, so. Simon says it. See you there? Vipek. Those MF have a community on the net, not bound to a specific country. I'm not sure what that is. Sorry. Good night number 3. Good night number 3. Good night number 3. Would you rather a Boris Trump? A Boris or Trump? Or do you mean Boris or Trump? Oh my gosh! What have we got? We've got
an oven-ready deal. Put it in the microwave.
Or
like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of options there, is there? They're both flipping loons. I think I'd rather have Boris, to be honest, than Donald Trump. Boris was dangerous, but Donald Trump is even more so. Oh, scroll down. Career Library says, when I was in university in Wales in 2000 to 2005, animal protesters broke in and smashed open and thus released lots of non-native mink. Whoops. And invasive species, and it led to a lot of deaths of native animals. Yeah, that's what happens, isn't it? Yeah, mink can be vicious. They're killers. Apparently they make nice coats. Don't do it. No. Fairy liquid. Okay. Oh, what was I saying again? What was it? Fairy liquid made to make your... Oh, what was it? Something that's been soft or whatever. I tell you what, the old fairy liquid bottles, the old round ones used to get. They used to make brilliant water pistols. Anyway, growing up as a kid, they were great fun. First animal rights, then human rights. Yep. Just that and economic and political enslavement. I think that's what he meant. Yep. Like the UK, introduced a law in the EU not to allow the import of mollusks from Grade B waters, since the UK wanted to use the cleaning facilities in the EU, and it kind of backfired. Yeah, it didn't work, did it? Although there is some of the fishermen actually in the UK are landing their fish. Landing their fish in the EU. It's just taking them straight over there. So get the catch and straight over. And they haven't been stopped yet, so maybe they will, I don't know. I don't know if you saw my recent video, they've scrapped loads of, there's about 180 odd applications made, but 90 were accepted to get this EU subsidy to fishermen. But they have to scrap their boats, literally dismantle the boats to get the subsidy. Yeah, to get the payout. So, it seems such a waste. Because they've lost access to UK waters. So, yeah, it's a bit of a pain. Wyatt Taylor was told, peanut peasants you be, will remain forever. Yeah. Keep them poor, because then you can, they're malleable. Mark's the biggest fan, and now hands that do dishes. Oh, that's the one. That's it. Hands that do dishes feel as soft as your skin. Mild green fairy liquid. It's quite a sexist advert, really, weren't it? You know. You ever saw the bloke at the sink, did you? No, it's always the missus. It's really sexist. All the times that we lived in. Cheers for that. The lefty boater, I did not know that about the canal system. Oh, lefty boat, lefty boat, lefty boat. What did he say about the canal system? Scrolling up. Oh, lefty boat, here he is. Career lobby. Mink are still an issue. There are loads on the canal system. Blimey, I didn't realise that. Oh, interesting. They're vicious little things. We've got things here called pine martens. They're that little, well, a little not rodent. They're kind of the size of they're smaller than a fox. They're smaller than a fox. Beautiful looking creatures. They really are. But oh my god, they're vicious. Now, when we used to have chickens, now they were the biggest problem because they were killers. They weren't like the foxes. The foxes would kill and take their kill with them to their cubs. That's pretty much what happens with the foxes, but not with the pine martens. The pine martens will get into that coop and they destroy everything. That's it. Yeah, they didn't eat half of it, any of it. In fact, they might eat a little bit, but yeah, they're just killers. The little pine martens, vicious little things. Yes, that Mark was the biggest fan. There's a mouthful. Mark was the biggest fan. I got a fan. It feels strange me saying that about myself. For mash, git smash. Do you know what? That potato starch stuff that you know, the smash. My mum started buying that, and that's foul. And she obviously stopped buying it because it was foul. She was quite funny about her food. And although she did, the beginning of not ready meals, but prepackaged food, and she could buy stuff from Marks and Spencer's. And we were quite lucky because my mum was quite, she was a good cook as well. But you should buy these quiches from Marks and Spencer's, cheese and broccoli quiches. And I have to admit, they were really nice. Really nice. But there you go. They were the days. But yeah, but Smash, we buy that here, but not the Smash. It's just basically our pomme de terre powder. And it's we use that in soups and stuff for thickening. It's brilliant for thickening because it doesn't have any. Well, it doesn't, if you use like corn flour and stuff like that, or even yarrow, it tastes a bit floury. So it's so you just use potato starch. And if we want decent baked beans, we don't buy Heinz. We buy the Lidl's Eco brand baked beans. We cut in tomato sauce, and the sauce is a bit thin, but the beans are actually really good in them. And so we mix them with some of our tomatoes from last year, what we jarred. Might add bacon into it and stuff like that, so it becomes like Boston baked beans, so to speak. And shove it in the oven with some onions and various other stuff as well. Bit of paprika and what else was that we use? Oh, I got stuff called again. Oh my god, what's that stuff called? It's like a savoury liquid they have here in France, and we put that in and various other stuff in there and put foil over top and shove it in the oven. And oh my god, they're really good. Other than that, we do Boston baked beans, which we do with dried beans normally here, which we do in an iron dish and do in the bread oven, which is with a fire. So ready break. Never made me glow. Oh my god, the ready break. My god, they're flipping adverts. It's like the Smash adverts, isn't it? With the robots. It's like look like a half colanders and stuff. I don't know what they were, but anyway, these robots. It's bizarre. They were the days. Oh, there was a bloke with a crayfish net walking past the other day on the peak. For the crayfish you get in the oh my god, I wouldn't want to eat that at the moment, would you? Ooh, I can't imagine your canal's particularly clean, Lefty Boater. Yeah, a choice between Putin's fascist puppets. Yeah, pretty much. Lefty Boater, Floorskins. There was a bloke with a crayfish net walking past the other day. Oh, I said it already. Why does GoFundMe convert into euros? I don't know. I actually don't know. Allshorts. Despite the ID law, the Conservatives lost just over. I know. So they put that in place to. Well, we know they did, didn't they? To try and suppress the vote from the youngsters and stuff like that. And they blamed it on the war in Ukraine. I know that was Angela Ledson. She was doing that the other day. Oh crikey! Was it the Politics Live? She was on Politics Live, I believe. And I think who else was there? And not Anne Soubry. What was her name? What was her name? That comes to me in a minute. Might do, might not. But yeah, she was saying this anyway. They're desperate. They're desperate, make excuses. It's painful to see. That's just quite fun. Something to laugh at. Mods just jinxed each other and have to be silent for 20 minutes. Did they? Marcus's biggest fan calls Marcus is in France. I think they've been Marcus's biggest fan. I think they've been sarcastic, my friend. He knows. Oh dear. Like mini lobsters, I know. Yeah, little crayfish. There's not a lot on them though, is it? It's just a little bit in the tail. It's not a lot in crayfish. It seems like a waste of a life, really, for hardly anything to eat. The Tories can't actually do anything right. I know. Poor little things, aren't they? Oh, do you feel sorry for the Tories? Seems like vote ID backfired. Yep, it certainly did. The whole thing has backfired. It's like this policing thing is going to backfire. Because of the royal scent and what have you, I think it's going to backfire on the monarchy even more than it already has. Yeah, because we've got to blame him, haven't we? You know, King Sausage Fingers. Yeah. Oh, cheers, Mark's biggest fan. I really do appreciate it, my friend. Mark's biggest fan has been he's GoFunded me a few times recently, and it is a lifesaver. It really is. He's a real genuine geezer. So thank you. Oh, Ginger's Giraffe says crawfish, also called the poor man's lobster over here. Oh, okay. But there's nothing in them. But tiny little claws, so we could eat them as well. I'll tell you what the French do. They eat everything. They get prawns and that. They get the crunch, 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 crunch. Ugh. I like my prawns peeled, thank you. Sorry. QLIB, looking at the numbers, 2 million Conservative voters stayed at home. They probably thought there's no point in voting because we're not going to lose anyway. And also, they're probably very unhappy with the Conservatives because not all Conservatives are going to be, well, in tune with who we've got in, well, the cabinet at the moment. They're not Michael Heseltine, are they? No. Now, the Tories, okay, I'm no fan of their policies, and I'm not a Tory, but, you know, if you look at Ken Clarke, for instance, or Michael Heseltine, there's no comparison to what we've got at the moment. At least they had some moral aptitude. This lot, though, they're just evil. Look at that flipping boat thing we were talking about the other day. That's just evil. God, I'm quite interested to see how that pans out because I see it being devastating in there, and the poor people are gonna. Oh, I just can't imagine living on it. And people say, "Oh yeah, look at that luxury. Oh, that mess room looks nice. Oh, they're that nice. There's 500 people. Look at all in the mess room, are you? They're all gonna be stuck in their rooms because it's gonna have nowhere to go." Sweaty, smelly, stinky. Nasty. And they're going to be desperate and frightened people. Oh, Tories, I hate them. I really hate them, this bunch especially. The crunch was the golden delicious, but I liked a bit of the Granny Smiths. I had a Granny Smiths apple today. They're a bit dry though, I must say. It was probably last year's apple, isn't it? But I bet QA that's not unheard for local elections. For the ruling party to have problems with turnout. Yeah. Oh, the Cox's Orange Pippin. I do like the Cox's Orange Pippin. They are nice, yeah. But they're, you know, Liz Truss was very keen to sell the British apple, she said. She wasn't there long enough for us to find out, was she? Oh, Vipec. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've already said that one. Yeah, ninjas. That was quite. Yeah, that was so funny to see, wasn't it? To see that amount of lost story seats. Oh, it does give you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside, doesn't it? Oh, it did. You know that. You know what we need for that. I'll tell you what we need. We need to celebrate. You can do it. You can do it. He's warming up. He's warming up. Oh, sorry, Mad Monk. Oh, there we go. We should hear the crown. We put a crown on it, little fella. Little dude. Oh, I do love him. Oh, the man from Del Monte says no Senor Frei Bentos. Oh my God, syrup pudding pies. Yeah. Oh, I hate to think what's inside them. Although I used to like them. You used to steam them, didn't you? And the syrup puddings in the tins, and they were nice, I have to admit, but very unhealthy. Been suet and all that, you know. It's fatty as hell. It really is fatty. Delete the Mugg's biggest fan because Mugg's is in France. Oh, scroll that. I'm too far up. Sorry, Mad Monk. I didn't like munching on the Granny Smith. Oh my God, didn't you? Oh, what's that? Is that what her name was? Oh, okay. Devon Russett. We have the Limousin apple here. It is a bit like what is it? It's a bit like the Cox's, really. And in this area in France, in the Limousin, they used to actually grow grapes like they do in most areas around here in France. There's grapes flipping everywhere. But then they got a virus. All the grapevines got this virus. I can't remember what the virus was called. But anyway, it wiped them all out. So what they decided to do, we'll plant trees instead. Basically, the law was passed, you can't plant grapes there because they didn't want the disease spreading. And they are. They didn't want the disease spreading, virus spreading, so they planted trees. So now this is an apple growing area where we are now. And I've literally got an apple orchard just around, literally about a kilometre away down the road, a massive apple orchard there. But if you drive, say down Yerry Le Perche, through Chalou, Yerry Le Perche, in that direction, safe basically from where I am here, flipping hell, there's apple orchards as far as you can see. Probably thousands of hectares of apple orchards with all the net things over them and stuff. It's, a little pretty much the Limousin apple. Yes, yeah. Loads of apple orchards in this area, in the Haut-Vienne and in the Dordogne. Because of this disease wiped out the grapevines. At least it wasn't the fornicating turtles. I remember that. And I suppose I still got on it. No, I'm not going to do it. Oh, that's me. At least it wasn't. iPhone 10. Ding, 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 ding. Scrolling down. So how did your march go in Scotland, in Edinburgh? Was it Glasgow? Or was it Edinburgh? I can't remember now. That was Glasgow, wasn't it? For Glasgow. So yeah, how did was the march good? Well, there was a good turnout. I hear about 20,000 odd people. So yeah, independent supporters march through Glasgow city centre. I know I've showed that already, but let's do it again. Not my king. Not my king. Not my king! You stole my stone. My stone, the scone. Alright, so people eat shrimps. They do. They're called crevette. What are they called here? Crevette gris. Crevette gris. So little tiny shrimps. I'm not keen on them. Bit of a faff. Most we are people eat shrimp. Somerset was once the apple-growing cider capital. Well, also here in it was actually, wasn't it? Scrumpy and all that. Now, in my area, I was brought up in Norfolk. We had Norfolk Scrumpy, as in cider, and they used to traditionally they would chuck a rat in the cider, in Norfolk, but they obviously don't do that anymore. There's a traditional. Well, I don't know if he's about it anymore. To be honest, he's getting on a bit then, so he might be around anymore. But anyway, there was a traditional Norfolk cider, brewer in not far from where I used to live, and he obviously didn't put a rat in it. He just put a bit of meat in it though. I don't know what the purpose of that is. It does something obviously to the fermentation, because it's naturally fermented. It's not there's no yeast added. But here, there's a festival here in where's it now? We're getting on. What's it called? Not Chardonnay. Local, not far from here. And they do you have to weigh the pig and what have you. Or guess the weight of the pig. You can win a pig. You guess the weight of the pig, but also they have a tractor come in with a big press. So proper. Oh, not press, steam engine, sorry. Steam engine with an old-fashioned press, and they press a load of apples and what have you, and you can buy cider. Not fermented, just basically apple juice, really. Career Library, not my king. Why not in Scotland? Not our king. Why did they not have the second coronation, but in Scotland? That'd be interesting. Pardon me then. I'm not going anywhere. Vipek was answering Mad Monk's question. Oh, Ronnie Plonker fighting Mickey Mouse. Okay. Where's a Smelly Gibson? Floskins, what are these random phrases you keep coming out with? I don't know what they mean. Allshorts, it was great, and the attendance was out of this world. It looked good. It did look good. I bet did you have a bit of a party afterwards? I bet you did. A bit of drinky poos and stuff. Thorskins says white lightning, no apples, just chemicals. Oh my god, white light and cider. Oh my god, that's the stuff you have on park benches. Now, when I was working in London, I was telling you about, I was working in London at Gray's in London. The place where that pub, the White Hart pub, where had all these gollywogs in. And, the racist pub. It didn't have gollywogs when I was working there. But anyway, I've been in that pub several times when I was working down there. And, the guy I used to rent a room off, he used to just drink white light and cider. And it was just mind-numbing. Oh my god! Actually, not just him. Actually, but I used to have work for me. I would be very mindful with people who used to work for me. Right, I'll give everyone a chance. If I know they got the skills, but they might have had a bit of a bad pass or something like that, I'd give them a chance because we work on sites and stuff, and we're not in the same people's homes and that. So, one guy I had working for us, Mick. I won't give you a surname, but anyway, Mick was working for us, and we got on really well. Really, really well. I had to let him go, though, because he was turning up to work drunk. I mean, literally paralytic. And it lasted quite well for 3 months. I mean, as in, he wasn't. But then he turned... he'd been in prison as well. Covered in tattoos. Absolutely covered in tattoos. And they used to tattoo... They made their own... He was doing tattooing himself. And he made his tattoo gun. And it was a funny little thing. He made out of... obviously, like a little electromagnet and what have you. Elastic bands, and a little block of wood, and a needle, and an old biro as well. An old biro was used in it. I don't know why. I can't remember why. But anyway, it's real. Anyway, he was tattooing people in the. It's good. It's really good with this thing. It's a crappy old tattoo thing. Obviously, it's held together with elastic bands. Anyway, this guy, he come out of prison or what have you. I can't remember what I don't know why he was in there. I didn't really want to know, to be honest. But anyway, he came out of prison, and we got on really well. I'll be absolutely honest, we did get on really well. And he was a really good plasterer, that's what he was. And also he did a bit of brickwork, but he was a really good plasterer. And he did quite a bit of work for us. He lasted a few months, and then he'd start turning to the drink again. And that was it. It was just for a start, he absolutely reeked of alcohol. And his wife was making it worse. She was going to the supermarket. When they used to go to the supermarket, they used to buy carrier bags of White Lightning or that type of cider. Really cheap cider. And what he'd say, we chill it really, really cold, and it's really nice, but it's really cold. For God's sake, bugger that. It's just buggers your head up. And he just turned up to work several times, completely paralytic. And it was just, obviously I couldn't have that. For a start, my insurance would not be very happy, because obviously you've got to insure people because of employees, what have you. So I had to let him go. Sadly, because I want to give him a chance. Because I've done it before with other people. When I was a young lad, I had work for. I mentioned him before, actually. Young Daniel. I put him through college. And cost us quite a bit of money, but it was worth it. He was so loyal as an employee. He was really appreciative. And I really got on well with him. It was lovely, Daniel. And no one else wanted to give him a chance because he had a bit of a dodgy family and what have you. And, a bit of a bad upbringing. But his heart was in the right place. Anyway, he was so quiet. He wouldn't say anything. And the first job we were doing, actually, that day, we need hands on deck. Because we did a lot of landscape work, we had a huge amount of area we had to put down to grass, and it was just roll on turf, roll turf, and chucking loads of that down with the deals and stuff like that, and tamper them down. And I'd be on the digger, whatever, skimmed it all off and scraped it all off and flattened it, and I used the digger to compress the ground, so drive it up and down with the digger, and then lightly rake it, and anyway, long story short. And anyway, this lad, he wouldn't say a thing. He was just quiet, really quiet. Anyway, it was fine. It was a little graft and what have you. And, but after a few days, he started opening up and what have you. He was frightened, poor lad, He shouldn't be. He was a big lad, Ginger. He was ginger. Still is, I imagine. And he's worked for me several years, and I put him through Ecology City College and what have you, bricklaying and what have you, and building, what have you, did drainage as well. So he came out of that, and then I moved over here, you see, and he went on his own, and he carried on doing the work. So I'm quite proud of that fact, actually, to be honest. Sometimes you've got to give people a chance. Sometimes I mess up again, but give him a go, give him a chance. And now he's on Facebook. I do speak on Facebook occasionally, but he doesn't do a lot on Facebook, nor do I, to be fair. But he's doing quite well for himself now, so it was worth it. Now, a little story for you. Night bird, catch you later. Alistair Care, night sounds. Cheers, friend. Be good. Been a long day, heading to the land of Nod. Okay, I'm going to do the same, I think. Because you probably said, my eyes are getting red. And I said an hour to 2.5 hours again. Oh, sleep well, Alistair. Do take care. Oh, how Hollywood. Oh, dear. It would be as if it was in Hollywood. What was Marcus Biggs fan said? Vipec. Proper scrumpy gets the legs drunk first. They don't feel. That's actually what the stuff you get here. When you first have it, it's just like fruit juice. But we have these plastic containers with screw tops and seals on them, and you literally put it in there, and you occasionally let the gas off, and just leave it. And when you do the scrumpy, you put everything in there. You squeeze it and crush it, but you put pretty much everything in it, including the skins, because a lot of the yeast is in the skin, you see. So you put that, the skins and the husks and everything in there, and it all kind of ferments down, and you end up with a liquid and alcohol. That reminds me, I've got a beer to do. Question over our Scottish question for our Scottish viewers. When Scotland get their independence, would that mean more MPs needed for the Scottish Parliament? Or SNP keeping the number the same? Or they not got that far? Okay, that's an interesting point. But I suppose you could, with MPs, they obviously cover constituencies. Could the constituencies include other constituencies? It might be quite hard to do though, wouldn't it? Because people voted for it. So you can't say, oh yeah, you're now going to be under you, because obviously then, yeah. That's an interesting point, thank you. Madmonk33 says, Allshorts. No, we have, left sober. Oh. And then most went to the Dover pub in the East End of Glasgow, and I came home as I was wet after rain, and it needed to change. I needed to change, and it looked as if I'd peed myself. Okay. That might be too much information. But it's been a lovely day here, actually, in France. It's been a really nice day. It's been very sunny and started getting cloudy. I had a bit of thunder earlier, actually, before I started this stream. But I think it hasn't come to anything. But we are supposed to be getting rain as well. And I was supposed to cut the grass today, and I didn't get round to it. Ooh, got my new blades from the machine, but I haven't actually got round to cutting the grass. So, but there you go. C'est la vie. Well, hello, Jeanette. First, people have the right to protest. Well, yeah, they do. Unfortunately, the government's been paid to that. Yeah, it's certainly a tyranny. Of what I saw today, and it's just, they had done nothing. It's like preemptive. People have been locked up preemptively. Oh, you look like someone a bit dodgy. We'll lock you up. Until the parade's over, then we'll let you out again. Yeah. Or they might even charge him for standing there. Maybe they'll get 6 months for standing there. Like that geezer, that vicar who glued himself to the road and got 6 months for gluing himself to the road. I thought the prisons were quite, chocker. It feels like the Scottish people like living with an abusive partner, says Quay Library. No, they don't. I don't think they do like it. That might be what they're protesting. I think they'll be keen to get short of us. And I don't blame them. Number Brit, for what I've seen, and I've followed this obviously because of what I do, and it's kind of, for me, I think myself, now's the time. It's got to happen because the way they've been treated, the Scottish people have been treated by this government, is shocking. I just think it's disgusting. But there you go. But the states have a lot of their own rights. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, the jurisdiction in each state is not necessarily the same. You've got federal law, haven't you? You've got state law. So, hence, like things like the anti-abortion bill, well, they got repealed, didn't it? Oh, what do they call it? I forgot what it's called now. Something Act. Sickening that is. I would most likely stay the status quo. I would most likely stay the status quo for a few years, but there will be proportional representation, and parties will split. Labour, Tories, and Lib Dems will actually have to register as parties, but under different names. What about Greens? Because Green is just green, isn't it? So Gingers, it's all down to a faction called Rangers supporters that have been brainwashed by the MSN, mainstream media, that the monarchy are God and we need little England. Monarchy are God. This feudal system is we're subjects of a king. Serfs. Oh, you got to laugh or you cry. Watching what's going on today. I just got some snippets, I didn't actually watch it, but I got some snippets afterwards on Twitter. And I thought, what the hell is that? It is ridiculous. It's embarrassing. People are watching this thing, they're not watching this, and they're not saying, oh, yeah, this is great, are they? No, they're what the earth? It's just ridiculous. Pity dollars. Walloons are still wearing jackboots. As do the member states of the EU, and if it was... Oh, okay. As do the member states of the EU, as was, e.g., enough that one region of Belgium, Wallonie, rejected the TT... Oh, okay. IP, so that the whole of the EU rejected it. Yeah. Got vetoed. Oh, but the state's up. Yeah, okay. Mark's biggest fan says a large number of the Rangers fans are Scotsmen that are totally convinced they are English. Okay, well, I'm going to call that a night. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. And it's more than an hour, I know. I do apologise for that. And thank you very much for the super chats and all that. And thanks again, Mark's biggest fan, for doing that GoFundMe. And it, like I said, because I don't get enough views to actually maintain me doing this. Because obviously, if I can't, I have to earn something. We don't need a lot, but we need enough to get by. So and I put so much time into this. It's kind of like, it takes, even this, if I had a bigger brain, I could come on here and just jabber, maybe. But my brain's too tiny. And besides, I'll be talking about the same thing all the time, won't I? Yeah. Brexit, I do that. I do talk about that all the time, I must admit. I think people are getting bored of that by now. So take care, everybody. Coronation. Oh my God. Oh, hello, Deborah. Oh, it's just nuts. The whole thing's absolutely bonkers. And that was absolutely bonkers. Embarrassing. I can't believe we're still doing it. We should have left that in the 1700s or the 1523 or something like that. Just nuts. The whole thing is absolutely crazy. At least I can honestly say none of my kids support it. I did something right. They've all been talking about it today, they have. Yeah. Better republic. That's what we need. It doesn't mean we need a king. Do we need a king? No, not king. No king. I mean a president. Well, I suppose we would. Doesn't really matter. As long as it's not Richie Sunak. I would like to see. I'll tell you what I would like to see. I would like to see a Green Party. If we can get rid of the ones that are overly tree huggery. Because I love the idea of, obviously, green solutions and what have you. Obviously, because it's kind of always have done. And but I like practical solutions, and some of them are just too way out there. They're just you're never going to bring people on board, and if you can't bring people on board, nothing's going to change, and that's a problem. So that's one of the reasons I'm not so keen on the hardline protests, the real disruptive protests like Stop Oil and stuff like that. Because when you start annoying people to the extent of they can't get to work and they can't, then they get reprimanded at work and stuff like that, they'll just end up hating not just Stop Oil but also the cause. And I think that's dangerous. So we need practical solutions that can bring everybody on board. That's my feeling anyway. Whether it's right or not wrong, I'm sure somebody will tell me. So love to everybody. And love to the family. To everyone. Oh, that's what James O'Brien says that, doesn't he? Yeah. When he has a difficult Brexit or something like that, and he says, love to the family, he goes. I just go, ta-ta. Or, at the moment, on the other channel, we go, no, have a lovely day. So, anyway, thank you very much, everybody. Hello, Jeremy. God, I hope you're well. I wish I could run a marathon in this time. Hi, Marcus. And bye all. It's pretty much Jeremy. You take care. Well, did you know what? I didn't get a video ready, did I? Oh, dear me. What am I like? Oh. What's that? What's that one? Oh my God. Okay. He'll do. Maybe he'll do. Tom Tugger's hat. I wasn't that long ago. He was the other day he was going on about what was it now? Oh, what was he saying again? I've lost it. I don't top of my head. Top of my tongue. Tip of my tongue. Well, he was trying to justify everything. Oh, dear me. These people. Loose lays. Oh. I'll tell you what, let's do that one. Because Lee Anderson, he might lose his job.
So, and again, this is just my own personal opinion, is that these people who have to live somewhere, let's have them in a tent, in the middle of a field, 6 o'clock every morning. Let's have them up. Let's have them in the fields, picking potatoes or any current seasonable vegetables. Back in the tent, cold shower, lights out, 6 o'clock, the same the next day. That would be my solution.
Oh, sorry, Mad Monk. There's someone looking in my window. That's how, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. And I'm going to live tomorrow, Sunday tomorrow, isn't it? So it's live day. Yeah, it's my actual live day. Yeah, I've been live a few times this week, actually, just for the hell of it. Say the V. That's life, isn't it? Eh? So, like I say, thanks for joining us, and have a lovely day. Oh, it's over, isn't it? It's bedtime. Oh, bye. Have a lovely sleep.